Yo, Fate Strange Jake, what are you talking about, bruh? What's going on, guys? By the way, live stream is linked in the description and in the pin comment. Aniplex Online Fest is happening right now. Right now, they're talking about solo leveling. It doesn't take a little bit until like a couple hours from now for them to talk about Strange Fake, but we're gonna be streaming the entire time until they do. I don't know if they're gonna drop a trailer. I don't know if they're gonna drop like the whole last episode. I'm just excited to see what happens because it's been over a year now since the first episode came out. Over almost 2 years since the episode was supposed to come out back in December 2022. Mihoyo movie UFO table studio, please. They might announce it. They did say that they're gonna announce new projects and other stuff that they didn't put in the schedule. The schedule's out there on the official website. If you go on the official website over here, they have a rough schedule of what they're going to be talking about. So again, right now they are going to be talking about solo leveling, as you can see here. They already did the DJ performance. By the way, I'm a little bit late because I'll be honest, I overslept. I woke up at like 7:56 and I was like, oh shit, 4 minutes and I got to stream. So right now they're talking about solo leveling. There's going to be another music event. Then they're going to talk about Windbreaker, Sword Art Online. Then a bunch of other shit over here, which I'm kind of excited about because they're going to be talking about the Monica movie that they announced like 2 years ago almost. So that's going to be exciting. I'm excited for that. And then the new Monica Gacha game, which I know I played Magia Record, but I'm not going to pick this one up because they've already burned me once. I'm not about to pick up another Gacha game by them and then they're going to fuck me again. So screw that. Then Demon Lord 2099, and it doesn't take until part 5 for them to talk about Strange Fake. So the stream itself, their stream on Aniplex Online Fest is going to end around 12. And it's going to wrap up with a Lisa event, a Lisa live performance. So I honestly don't know if Strange Fake is going to, the news is going to drop at like 11, like an hour before the whole thing is going to end. And then there's an anime new anime revealed, so that could be anything. That could be another Mahotsukai no Yoru drop, maybe even a Tsukihime thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna put my hopes up on anything Type Moon related, but yeah, it's gonna be lit nasty with the sauce. Again, if you guys want to watch their stream, link is in the description. There are subtitles, so you're gonna be able to follow along, even if you don't understand Japanese. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep the screen minimized just because I don't want to get in trouble with Aniplex. I have streamed their stuff in the past, specifically like Fate Grand Order streams, and my stream has been like taken down before mid-stream and whatnot, and I don't want to get in trouble. Especially like this is a bigger stream arguably. But yeah, they're really about to give us Gil giving back shots to Herc fully animated. Oh, that's crazy. See, that's the thing too. If they drop a trailer, I'm excited to see if they're gonna put any characters that we did not see in the first episode, because obviously in Whispers of Dawn it showed a lot of characters but not everybody. It probably only showed half of the characters, because if you've read Strange Fake, like the manga or the light novel, you know there's a fuck ton of more characters than there were that were introduced into the first episode, and Herc being one of them. Spoiler alert, I don't think he was in Whispers of Dawn, but he's a major character, along with a couple others as well. So I wonder if they're gonna tease him, because his design in Strange Fake is actually pretty crazy. I'm excited to see how everything's animated. I'm excited to hear the music as well. Hiroyuki Sawano. Again, I just woke up, so I apologize if I'm stuttering. He's actually my favorite music composer in anime, next to the music composer of UBW, Zero, Katanoki Yokai. But Hiroyuki Sawano is probably my number one overall. He's the one that did the music for Attack on Titan, Recreators, freaking All Noah Zero. Obviously Attack on Titan probably being his most famous work, most successful. But yeah. Do you keep up with the light novel? I keep up with it for the most part. I mainly only keep up with the Gil related stuff, so I know pretty much all the stuff that happens regarding him, and you know, I'm not gonna say too much because a lot happens in the light novel where we are right now, and it's some of the craziest shit. in regards to Gilgamesh. But there again, there's a fuck ton of other characters. Fate Ninja. You're just naming random fucking titles, bro. I mean, who knows? They might announce a new Fate work. We really don't know. They might hit us with a swerve on this. Fate Blue Line, crazy, dude. Premiere OC was lit. Oh, was it by Hiroki Sawano too? Yeah, they also did Kill la Kill, so it makes sense that they would do Premiere as well. They've done a lot. He's done a lot. And every single time, whether the anime was good or not, whether you like it or not, the music was always banger. Music was always banger. Aniplex about to finish Fate Requiem before. Oh, dude. There's way too many other Fate spin-out, like Requiem, like you mentioned. Redline, which is probably the one I want to see animated next, even though it has nothing to do with Gil. I just like seeing the Guda servants in an actual Holy Grail War setting, where they're a bit more serious, or a lot more serious than they are in Grand Order. In Grand Order, they're for the most part joke gag characters, but in Fate Redline, they are super, like Nobunaga, for example, very serious. Even though it's like the exact same character, like character design, NP abilities and whatnot, but her personality is psychotic as fuck, and I like that because I like the gag characters and whatnot, but I want to see them how they would be in an actual serious setting, and like how they would perform in actual Holy Grail War. I think that's a bit more interesting than seeing them just fuck around the entire time. So again, guys, link is in the description for the live stream. They're talking about Solo Leveling, which is actually another anime that Hiroki Sawano has done the music for. I actually never started it. I know everybody and their mother was talking about Solo Leveling for like a couple years now. The only reason I didn't start it is because at the time when it was coming out, I forget, I was very busy, but then by the time the season ended, by the time it was, you know, I could binge watch it. I heard that it actually did not perform as well as people were hoping. People were actually pretty disappointed by it, and which sucks because there was a lot of hype going into Solo Leveling. Again, I never watched it, but I just don't want to watch it and then get disappointed. I'm way too busy to be watching and binging any anime or any shows and then knowing that Beyond the Horizon is a disappointment. So I'm only gonna watch things that I know are gonna be like lit nasty with the sauce. And who knows, maybe Solo Leveling's low-key good, but everything I've heard about it, I don't know, maybe false expectations. I'm not sure. Yeah, if Redline gets a glimpse of adult Cha-Cha, it's gonna be peak Fate. Oh, dude, you're still holding on to that. I mean, the moment it happens, bro, I'm gonna hit you up right away, bro. I'm gonna message you on Twitter, or if I'm live streaming, I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna call out to you because you better be like awake. You better be ready to go to react to adult Cha-Cha. I don't know if that's gonna be happening ever, but if it does happen, then you already know you're gonna be the first guy I'm gonna think about. Solo Leveling is boring as fuck. Is it? Oh shit. See, that's the thing. And I feel bad too because I know the creator of Solo Leveling died a couple years back, before I believe before the anime even came out. So again, a lot of hype was going into the anime. A lot of people wanted to honor the creator by watching it, by appreciating it. But then I heard it's not that good, and I'm just like, damn, bro, fuck. I want to watch it, but like, god damn, I don't want to waste my time in for real. I also told you, oh yeah, your uncle that works at Aniplex and your other uncle that works at Lazengo specifically told you about it. I understand. Unless Nasu is your uncle, then you know, can you shoot me his contacts? Because I got a couple ideas about Gilgamesh I need to share with him. You know what I'm saying? Fateful at the ratio. Yo, they might. Actually, I don't know if they're gonna be talking about. Yeah, I think they're just talking about anime, because I guess technically they could talk about when is Hollow Iteration gonna drop. I know that there's gonna be a Fate anniversary event, like not Grand Order, but a Fate as a whole anniversary event going on in Hollywood later this year at November. I wonder if they're gonna talk about that. I'm assuming, this is just my theory, because if you didn't know, if you didn't watch Strange Fate actually takes place in America, specifically the West Coast, California area. Obviously, Hollywood is in California, and there's a Fate event going on later this year in Hollywood. So I wonder if they're gonna line it up perfectly to where maybe the world premiere of the TV anime series will show at Hollywood at I believe November 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, this year. Because God knows I'm gonna go. Because I'm not gonna miss that for the world. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I heard that it's again, not too much news has come out about what they're gonna be doing at the Hollywood Fate event. But from what I saw, it seems good to be like an exhibition. Like they're gonna show like art pieces and I don't know, some kind of like museum type thing of Fate history or whatnot. So to celebrate anniversary. So that makes sense. But you never know. It could be strange fake. Yeah, I know, Archblaze, dude. Like, I wish you could. I wish you could. That would be so cool. That'd be so cool. But obviously, you live in Japan, my friend. So I mean, unless you could make a quick flight. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it's just across the ocean. You know what I'm saying? You could probably make it. You know, just overnight that shit. You know, come here, and then come back to Japan the next day. I'm not sure. I think it falls on a Saturday. November 23rd. Again, I could be wrong, but they did announce it in their Anime New York live stream a couple weeks ago. But yeah, they haven't talked about anything else regarding the event. I'm just hoping it's gonna be lit with the sauce because again, it's at Hollywood. It's to celebrate anniversary. I mean, some people were making the joke that they're gonna announce like a Fate live action, which historically speaking, live actions based on anime, based on like Japanese manga or anything from Japan really, hasn't really, especially like Western live action specifically, historically they haven't been the most successful. Obviously we've had a couple of good adaptations, like people really love the One Piece live action, for example, which is surprising because I feel like a lot of people going into it thought it was going to be like super cringe and super bad, but apparently it was pretty good and it introduced a lot of new fans into One Piece. I just don't know how a Fate live action would work. Tom Holland and Shiro, stop it. This is just, you're just going to name all the Marvel Cinematic Universe characters? Now, if it's Hollywood, if it's westernized, they're definitely gonna make it woke as fuck, you know? Fate Strange woke, to be honest. It's gonna be super progressive, as you might guess. Just like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that's why I don't know. I'm not sure how a live action will work. I feel like a live action would probably work if it was like made by, you know, Japan, oversaw by by Nasu. That way he could make sure that they're being accurate as fuck with the source material. Otherwise, if it's like straight up a United States based studio with an English director or whatever, then I don't know how that would go. That might be weird as fuck. You're finally getting Emmy utterly insane. Liked One Piece show and the Kenshin live action movies. Yeah, so there's a couple, you know, not all live actions that has been done of anime. Not all live action adaptations have been horrible, but historically speaking, most of them have been like pretty bad. Fate overnight limited. What? Yo, Archibald, you just got unlimited titles, bro? Unlimited title works? The Rock as Gil. Nah, dude. See, if The Rock played as Gil, which would not fit at all, he would make it so he would win. Which, honestly, I kind of want to see now. Now that I say that out loud, he would make it so Gil would win. Because I heard that he likes to make sure his character looks good. In his movies, for obvious reasons, you know. But if he was gonna play Gilgamesh, one of the villains, I think he would, you know, change the script up a little bit just to make sure his character, which in this case, in your hypothetical, would be Gilgamesh, he would change it up. He would make sure he wins. The Asian guy who played Gil from it. No, dude. Yeah, because in the Eternals, they were based on, or a lot of their characters were named and based on historical figures, one of them being Gilgamesh. And Gilgamesh, for some reason, not that Fate has a better or more accurate, I should say, more accurate representation of Gilgamesh, like a lore accurate Gil. But the Gil in Eternals, if you haven't seen the movie, was a straight up Asian dude, like a Korean dude, if I'm not mistaken. Which is definitely far off from lore accurate Gil. Granted, again, Fate's Gil is a blonde dude with light skin, when in real life he most likely had like facial hair. He was dark skinned most likely, you know, stuff of that nature. But you know, here in Fate we're not looking for accuracy, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Absolutely. Okay, so right now I haven't been paying attention. I don't think, yeah, they're not talking about solo leveling anymore. Not sure what anime they're talking about because I've looked away. Is this Anohana? Oh, they're talking about Anohana. I've seen that anime like almost 10 years ago. Holy shit. And that anime has been ingrained in my brain. It was a little bit traumatizing, just a little bit. It's a very sad anime if it wasn't obvious. I remember me and my brother, we binge watched the whole thing in one sitting, like freaking maniacs. Granted, it's only like 12 episodes, not that long. But Jesus Christ. I don't think it needs a remake. I actually don't know why. If it's from Aniplex, let's be honest, they're probably gonna announce a new collector's edition remastered Anohana. I'm not sure, just to squeeze more money out of the fans. I'm not sure. I don't think they're remaking it though. It doesn't really need it. I think the animation holds up still. It probably doesn't need to get remade for another 50 years, if ever. What's up, Kita? How you doing? You got the Kide profile pic, if I'm not mistaken. So I of course I respect that. That's gonna be my next big target for NA. If you guys didn't know. And then after that, Tiamat, easily. The Rock as Iskandar. See, that one works a little bit more. Assuming they were gonna do like a Fate Zero live action. Look, actually, who would be like all the characters? So I think Iskandar or The Rock as Iskandar kind of works. He definitely has the body type, the buff, dark-skinned body type. So I think he works Iskandar. Obviously, they need to like CGI some hair on him or give him a wig or something. But otherwise, he does work. So what about other characters? Like, who would be Saber? I don't know why I thought Taylor Swift. She's not an actress, but I don't know why she popped up. But who would be Saber in a live action? Who would be, like, real talk? Who would be Gil? I know Chris Pratt was brought up. That's not happening. I mean, I don't think a live action is happening at all. But yeah. When do you think will air Strange Fake and how many episodes? Oh my gosh. Well, first I'm gonna answer when like my opinion. I think Strange Fake, because again, back in 2022, the first episode of Strange Fake Whispers of Dawn was supposed to come out at December, but they had to delay it because they wanted to polish it up a little bit, which I respect. So maybe just to have a little callback to that, maybe they will release the actual anime TV series this coming December and hopefully not delay it this time around. So maybe this coming winter season, I could see Strange Fate coming out. That would be my guess. Especially, again, it's been over a year since they announced the TV series to begin with. So they've definitely had enough time to prepare something, at least a trailer. As far as how many episodes, man, I would hope for it to be as long as humanly possible because there's so much to cover in Strange Fake. For those of you guys who've read it and are familiar with the story, there's just so many characters, so many different plot lines going on at the same time. A lot of different, you know, main character perspectives. Like, there's not a single main character or single main group of characters. There's a lot of different masters and a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different servant perspectives as well. Not just Gil. You know, Gil's obviously one of the main characters, but he's not the only one. There's about like 6 others. And typically they're all in separate little plot lines, subplots within the larger plot. So I could see them only doing like 24 episodes, which would be like, for me, the bare minimum for them to properly adapt most things. But I would like it to be maybe double that if they want to flesh out everything. Otherwise, I mean, we're getting an anime anyway, whether it's 24 episodes or whatever. As long as 24 episodes, what it is what it is. I'll be happy no matter what. Deadass. I'll be happy no matter what, because especially after seeing Whispers of Dawn, they, in my opinion, they delivered with that. They didn't show everything, like I said in my review. There's certain things that they cut out, I guess, to make the story flow better, or maybe they just didn't have time to record, to adapt the whole thing. Like, for example, with Gilgamesh's original master, I assume you watch Strange Fake if you're watching this live stream. With Gilgamesh's original master, they actually showed a little bit of background story of him, of why he's trying to participate in this Grail War and what's his entire motivation. In the anime, in Whispers of Dawn, they didn't show any of his backstory, which for some people might be like, oh, I wish they did show it. But at the same time, he dies right away. Like, who cares what his backstory is? You know what I mean? Again, spoiler alert. Josh Brolin and Thanos playing are crazy, dude. Why? That's insane. What's up, Drex? How you doing? JC staff for Strange Fake Season 2. Why would they change the... I mean, who knows? Who knows? They might even hit us with a curveball, like, oh, by the way, UFO Table's picking it up, which they're definitely not, but like, you never know. You never know. What's up, Emilio? How you doing, bro? Brandon, how you doing? I actually wasn't expecting to see you, because usually I stream later, and that's usually when you show up. But how are you doing, Brandon? And of course, Emilio, you know, you're able to catch the live stream since I'm streaming typically earlier than I usually do. Again, if you guys want to watch the Aniplex Online Fest 2024 stuff, link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep it minimized like this. Up until when they start talking about the Strange Fake stuff, that's when I'll you know, go to the full screen. And I'm still not going to show the audio, or like show the audio. Have the audio on for you guys, just because, again, copyright's a thing. But I'm definitely going to be reacting to the visuals, right? You know, and again, if you guys want to watch it, link is in the description and the pinned comment. Fate Avatar. Oh my god, I forgot there's going to be an Avatar live action. I think last year you watched Avatar, right, Alex? I forget if it was you or somebody else, but I think you started Avatar back when it dropped in Netflix. Was it on Netflix? I forget. It's been a couple years. You watched the original? Okay, good. We must fateify the entertainment world. I'm not gonna say I'm totally opposed, but too much of a good thing could be a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? But as a biased Fate fan, perhaps I wouldn't mind. Doing all good. Japanese holiday today, so day off. Oh, nice. Perfect timing to just relax. React to the news, and do the diggity darn thing, you know. Right now I'm just farming in grand order, just bond farming. I believe I'm close to bond 30 with bond 30. Holy shit, imagine if there was 30 bond. Holy shit. I believe I'm close to bond 12. I don't know why I confused 30 and 12 with Scotty, Summer Scotty, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's because I'm gonna get 30 quartz, that's why. So I'm close. I'm back to 900 quartz essentially in JP. Granted, I haven't rolled in JP in this account in like a month now, ever since CL came out. But besides the point, making my way back to 1,000 quartz, back to the promised land, back to the prominence of 1K quartz. There you go. Right when I said it, there you go. So bond 12. Somehow my Alice has surpassed my Summer Scotty, even though I bring them both together, but we're not going to talk about that. So there you go, 30 quartz, sick nasty with the sauce. How about you guys, for those guys who play JP or NA, whichever grand order you guys play, hell, maybe even the Korean version. How many quartz are you guys at, and what's the vibes? Are you guys going to be rolling soon, or are you going to be saving? Ooh, yeah, so 926 quartz, 22 tickets. Oh my god, I didn't even know this was going on. tell me this isn't the worst gacha for me. Like, for a lot of people, this is probably like the best gacha ever on God's green earth. But for me, this is probably the only thing they're missing from this gacha to make it definitively the worst for me would be if Hijikata was thrown in there. I don't know why Hijikata and Astolfo would be together. I don't think they've ever had a single interaction in Fate at all. But these two alone is enough to make me gag. And not in a good way of gagging, in the worst way possible. Obviously, BB's still up, CL's still up, Karna, whatnot. So yeah, we just big chilling, dude. Big chilling. I'm close to 500 myself. Nice. Halfway to 1,000. Not bad. Certainly not bad. Very nice. I have recovered 200 quartz from bonding. Oh, nice, dude. 200 quartz. Yeah. Oh wait, that's so I assume you already got BB then, because last time, well, not last time we talked necessarily, but 2 streams ago, I'm pretty sure you were close to pity, but you didn't quite make it. So I assume you already got BB, and now you're trying to work your way back up, because I think you only had like 80 quartz left or something to get to guaranteed, which is, I feel bad. I'm sorry, but I guess it is what it is. It's a game we play. Have you played extra CCC? No, but I pretty much know the story, like, especially with Gil side of things. Again, when it comes to any Fate that isn't like localized or officially translated, like Strange Fate, for example, like the light novel, extra CCC, I know everything, or pretty much everything there is to know about those series when it comes to Gil. Everybody else, I try my best not to get spoiled of, just because you never know when there's gonna be like a adaptation or a remake or something. So I don't want to spoil the entire thing, but I'll read all the stuff that's related to the King of Heroes, because I'm biased like that. What Fate event is going on right now? So right now, again, link is in the description. They're having Aniplex Online Fest 2024, which is basically Aniplex's little event where they announce new titles, where they talk about some old titles and, like, you know, try to sell you some product, I'm sure. But right now, they're talking about some new titles that's going to be coming out in the future. And later, they're going to be talking about Strange Fate. I assume they're going to drop either a trailer or a teaser, or they're going to give us a definitive date when Strange Fate is going to be coming out. Hopefully later this year. At the latest, maybe early next year. I hope they don't delay it any further, because, my God, I need to see the rest of the series now. I need to see it animated now, bruh. Deadass. She gets a bikini costume? Wait, who? Are we talking about, like, who are we talking about? I don't think there's gonna be any more summer servants coming out, but I assume there's not. I am hoping Arkwood gets a buff, though. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm just chilling till Ordeal Call 3 finale. Fair enough. Yeah, Ordeal Call 3 finale is gonna be in about 10 days, 9 days, depending on where you live. Probably more like 8 days, to be honest. On the 24th, Ordeal Call 3 Part 3, I assume, and if I'm not mistaken, the final part is gonna be coming out. And I'm hoping to get a rematch with Arkwood, because we do fight her in Ordeal Call 3 Part 2 at the very beginning. And I had no idea going into it that I was going to fight her. And I didn't even think I was going to win. And one of my goals at this point in Grand Order is to beat her ass. No offense, Arkwood. I know you're very respectful to me back in NA Anniversary. But one of my goals was to beat her ass with Gilgamesh. You know, we gotta assert some dominance. You know, there could only be one blonde-haired, red-eyed, OP-ass character. So, and for me, that's the King of Heroes. No, again, no offense, Arkwood, but I gotta beat your ass with Gil. So hopefully we get that rematch, because I defeated her using Alice. I'm not sure how, but I defeated her with Alice. And honestly, if she loses to Alice, she's not worthy of facing the King of Heroes. Just saying. But if she does want a rematch, I'll be more than happy to provide her an ass whooping in the form of the King of Heroes. So that's my goal going into Ordeal Call 3 Part 3. God damn, Emilio, that's a fuck ton of quartz. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you're probably gonna have damn near 2,500 quartz, if not even more. If not even more, once Tiamat comes out. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's gonna be the next servant you're gonna be going for, which I am very jealous of your quartz count, not gonna lie. I really wish I was at least at 1,000 quartz going into Tiamat, but I did splurge a little bit on Arcwid and the Summer Servants, which most people did, especially for the Summer Servants. Not gonna lie, story kind of mid so far. Are we talking about Ordeal Call 3? Because I know you're not talking about Strange Fate. Because if we're talking about Strange Fate, bro, we're throwing hands. I haven't read much about Ordeal Call 3. I assumed, this is just my assumption again, I assumed it's just a lot of fan service for extra fans, for Tsukihime fans as well. I don't expect it to have the most riveting story ever. Again, just looking at it, I could tell it's a lot of fan service, a lot of things that will get extra and Tsukihime fans hyped up. I don't know if they were necessarily going for story, pure story, but you never know. Maybe I'll read it a couple years from now and it's low-key the best story of all time. Yeah, never Strange Fate. Never Strange Fate. Strange Fate is peak, bro. Peak Fate. What's everyone's favorite Fate? Because I think it's obvious at this point. Strange Fate is definitely my number one. Even though it's not done yet. That's how good it is. And, well, that's how biased I am as well when it comes to the King of Heroes. But as far as, like, finished Fate stuff, I guess... Again, bias is talking... Babylonia is probably my favorite, but like again, that's just pure bias talking. But again, that's what favorites are. Favorites are your bias. They're opinionated. So obviously, in terms of animation, nothing is touching UFO Tables, Heaven's Feel, or Unlimited Blade Books or Zero, and certainly Zero especially has a special place in my heart. It's definitely my top 5 favorite probably. But as far as just like looking purely at story and not visuals, 1000% Strange Fate, and of course Babylonia, because super biased. So extra CCC, oh man, I mean, I said this in my previous live stream when I was doing Ordeal Call 3 Part 2, but extra CCC is low-key the beginning of when they started making Gilgamesh a likable character. Because again, if you look back at the old or the original Fate Stay Night with Gilgamesh, he's a menace. He's a menace to society. He's a piece of shit. He's the worst character possible. In fact, if you go look back at character polls from back then, before Extra CCC, before Hollow Aturation, before, of course, Grand Order, back when Gilgamesh's only character iteration was essentially his Stay Night version, people did not like him. He was not high in the character polls. Nowadays, though, he's one of the most popular, one of the most beloved characters in Fate. So a lot of that could just do with nostalgia, but I think a lot of that as well has to do with the fact that every other iteration of him outside of the main Stay Night timelines have been complete bangers. Not saying that his original self was not a banger. Obviously, he played his role to the T. If people didn't like him, then he was a good villain in the end of the day, but it's nice to see him in the side of good, you know. It's nice to see him there. I just want to see Arc and CL interact in Ordeal Call, you meant to say, because they definitely interacted a lot in Tsukihime. I can't answer because my only exposure to Fate besides Grand Order is Dean Stay Night. Oh, interesting. I definitely recommend picking up, because if your only exposure to Fate is Stay Night, Dean Stay Night, I recommend picking up for sure Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel, and then once you're done with those, definitely pick up Zero. Some people might say pick up Zero first, but since essentially all 3 routes are out already as anime, and I assume you don't want to read the visual novel, I definitely would pick up Unlimited Blade Works, go on to Heaven's Feel, and then watch Fate Zero, and then after that, pretty much, if you're not into the series already, at that point, especially with Unlimited Blade Works, then maybe the series isn't for you. But I assume since you're sticking around, maybe, you know, there is a little bit of interest in the Fate universe, so I would definitely pick those up. And then outside of them, it's up to you what you want to watch. Probably counts more as Nasaverse than Fate, but Kata no Kyokai. Ooh, Kata no Kyokai is your favorite Nasaverse work? That's a different question. But for me, it's probably the same answer. My favorite Nasuverse work probably is still Strange Fake, which is funny because obviously Fate Strange Fake is labeled as a Fate, but a lot of people who know the story, who know the lore, knows that it's not necessarily just a Fate work. There's a lot of references and a lot of plot points that are connected to Tsukihime, that are connected to Karanokyo Yokai and other Fate works. That's why, fun fact, if you look at the Fate Strange Fake logo, you will notice that the font of Fate is different from every other Fate. Like, if you look at every Fate logo out there, they all had the same font on Fate. But if you look at Fate Strange Fake, it's one of the only ones, if not the only Fate logo or Fate title where the font of Fate is different from every other Fates. It's to symbolize that the entire world doesn't necessarily take place in a Fate timeline, if that makes sense. But the fake part of Strange Fake has the same font, so it's interesting how that works. So it's basically saying that even though it is labeled under Fate, the only thing true about it is the fact that it's fake. So it's weird. It's weird. As you can see, I'm a total nerd when it comes to this Fate Strange Fake shit, or just Fate in general. But yeah, Carnival Phantasm is cool though. Oh, so you've seen Carnival Phantasm? Bet. Ark is so bad at volleyball, she always ends up accidentally smashing. Well, I don't know about accidentally. I think she low-key doing that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Just finished a couple weeks ago, if not already a month ago, I finished Tsukihime's CL routes, and I'm excited to see Akiha's route, the third route of Tsukihime. Just because Arkawid's route was really good. CL's route was unexpectedly long, but I think it was needed to flesh out some of the characters, especially the new characters from the remake, and I really enjoyed Noelle, for example. Noelle, if I'm not mistaken, was not a character from the original Tsukihime story. She certainly was not in the Tsukihime manga, so she was definitely new to me, and I really enjoyed her character in CL's route. So Akiha's route, I don't know anything about Akiha at all, so when that comes out, which they have announced that it's gonna come out, I just don't know when, that's gonna be lit nasty with the sauce. Honestly, love the passion, man. Yeah, I mean, some people might cringe at the passion, but you know, as somebody who when I really like something, when I really like a series, whether it's like an anime, TV show, movie, video game, I go all in. You know, I'm not just like a casual fan of anything. I gotta be like knee deep into it, balls deep, nothing but the nuts hanging out. The balls are clapping the ass cheeks and the asshole. I didn't mean to get, you know, vulgar, but I just want to, you know, emphasize how deep I get into it. You know, I'm talking about all 8 inches. Not that I have 8 inches to work with, but where there's a will, there's a way. And if I wanted to have 8 inches, I'm sure I could find a way to make it happen. Noelle is fire. Oh yeah, I mean, she definitely plays her character of a seductive nun really well. So kudos to her. I hope she comes out, because I know she's playable in Melty Blood. Maybe one day she'll be playable in Grand Order. I don't know if they would make her a servant, at least a 4-star. I don't see her being a 5-star, but I could see her being well, okay, I don't want to spoil CL's route, but I could see her nun self being like a 1-star. But I could see her other self be a 4-star. I'm not gonna, again, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah. Not gonna lie, the only reason I'm interested in Tsukihime now is because CL is now a playable servant and as a summer unit too. Okay. I mean, that's kind of the point of collabs, right? Collaborations is supposed to get players, or ideally is supposed to get you into the collaborated work, in this case being, not that this is a Tsukihime collab by any means, but I mean CL is a Tsukihime character, so yeah. So that's cool that you're interested in Tsukihime now as a result of her being introduced into Grand Order. So I definitely would pick up Tsukihime if you haven't already. I assume You haven't, since you haven't said it. And I understand that visual novels is not for everybody. It took me fucking 10 years, over a decade, for me to finish a visual novel. So, oh shit, I brought the wrong ass team. I brought the wrong ass team for this. I'm gonna have to quit. It's okay. I got like 300 plus golden apples, whatever. All right, Archer Blades. Like, it was funny earlier, but now that you said Fate, okay, now you brought it back. I think you realized what you were doing. Yeah, Fate Tokyo Ghoul. Like, nah, dude, we're not fucking with that series ever again. But you know, Fate Parasite would be pretty cool. You know. Okay, so it's 9 p.m. It's been an hour since, again, the Aniplex Online Fest has started. And again, right now, I think this is... I actually don't know. What is this anime called? It's like in the tip of my tongue. I'm not sure. But they're not obviously not talking about Strange Fake. Once they start talking about it, bro, I'm going to be locked in balls deep. Windbreaker. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I almost said Tokyo Revengers, and I'm like, no, it's the other thug anime. It's the other one with some thug nasty motherfuckers. But yeah, so Windbreaker. Bet. But yeah. Honestly, with how this year has been going with the collaborations, obviously with CL coming out, a couple months ago we got the duo servant. I still haven't locked in their names. I just know Hibiki. Beginning of the year we got the Samurai Remnant collab, Mahotsukai no Yoru a little bit later. I'm hoping this might be insane copium, but to line up perfectly with Strange Fate coming out, hey, give us a Strange Fate collab to cap off the year. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't complain. But I could see them saving a Strange Fate collab for probably next year, because I think this year is already packed as it is. If they decide to not release any more collab events for the rest of the year, I wouldn't even be mad, because there's been a lot already, and all of them have been banger after banger. Fate Monster Hunter would be cool. Actually, funny enough, you say that as a joke, but they have done a collaboration a couple years ago. I believe Monster Hunter Frontier, if I'm not mistaken, or it was like a Monster Hunter on a mobile, like a mobile game. But there was a Fate Stay Night collaboration where you could get Excalibur in the game. You could also get Aya in the game. Unfortunately, it was only Japanese exclusive, so I couldn't pick it up. But yeah, they have done that. So maybe in the future, maybe when next year's Monster Hunter comes out, Monster Hunter Wilds, which I'm going to be playing for the rest of my life, maybe they're going to do a Fate collab, which I would be hyped. I know everyone's hyped for the Star Rail UBW collab, but honestly, UBW Monster Hunter collab, I would fucking nut. I would slap my dick on the table and dent it. Well, dent my dick most likely, not even dent the table, but maybe dent both. But I would be so hyped. I remember my first VN was Grisaya. Oh, Grisaya, dude. I watched the anime, not realizing that it was based on a visual novel, and then I looked up the visual novel. I was like, oh shit, they actually fucking in this, bro. Like, well, like most visual novels, I feel like a lot of visual novels, there's some triple X rated scenes, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised, but still. I was expecting funny enough, your next sentence, I was expecting the VN to be only sex scenes, and I ended up crying. No, the story is low-key good. It's low-key good. The sex is just there to enhance the story and enhance the experience. It's like with Fate, you know, Fate started off with like as an eroge, you know, as a visual novel with you know, defenseless assholes and shit. But obviously the series has evolved to where it doesn't need to necessarily rely on that stuff anymore. Granted, some people would love to see them still. Oh, right now they're talking about Gun Gale Online. So if you're interested in the Sword Art Online universe or whatever, then maybe this part of the stream might interest you. Again, link is in the description and in the pinned comment if you want to watch the stream without my dumbass commentary, you know. Fate Oshinoko. No, dude. No, Fate Oshinoko, where no, I'm not even gonna go there, bro. I'm not even gonna go there, bro. Crazy. Metal Gear Solid Fate collab when? Yo, I'm not like a big... if it wasn't obvious, I'm not the biggest gamer in the world, and I certainly don't catch up with all the gaming news, but is Metal Gear Solid still a thing? Have they released any new games recently? I feel like I haven't heard anything of Metal Gear Solid as of recently. I mean, again, I don't catch up with most gaming news anyway. As a strictly free-to-play player in NA, saving for CL, pity would be a pain. So many good servants coming in before. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's this past 9 months, insane. I mean, I feel like Alco and Alice, maybe even just Alco. I feel like Alco just hard carries this year for a lot of people, but then when you look at every other character as well, holy shit, that's a lot. Yeah, they're remaking or remastering. Okay, so they're doing a remake. Has like a new game come out, like not a remake or a remastered? Because I feel like I haven't heard shit from like Metal Gear Solid in like, I feel like a decade, bro, like a long ass time. High key. Okay, I gotta log into NA. Don't forget to log in, kids. Don't forget to log in. You want to make sure you're logging into your Grand Order accounts. Making sure you're getting those quartz, those tickets. No, Kojima is gone and Konami can't do it. So legally they can't do it? Okay, interesting. Well, that's probably even more insane that it still has a pretty strong fan base and they're still willing to like at least remake or remaster the old games to satisfy the fans. But it is sad that probably there's gonna be no new games based on what you said. But fair enough. Fake quintessential quintuplets. Never watched that show, by the way. Granted, it's not my type of show. I typically don't fuck with harem animes. I just don't really care for them. There's a few exceptions here and there. I mean, technically, Fate is kind of a harem in a way. But it's not like the main focus, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I accidentally used the Mystic Code skills earlier. They made Survivor or whatever. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Absolutely. Alright, so again, they're doing some Gun Gale action. By the way, the artist or the designer of the Gun Gale characters is the same person who designed Hokusai from Fate Grand Order, and of course one of the most popular VTubers as well, Ina. Bochi the Fate. Insane, bro. The voice actress of Arquid is the same as the voice actress of what's her name, Kita from Bochi the Rock. So when you hear Bochi the Rock's opening or pretty much all the other songs, just imagine Arquid singing those songs because it's the same voice. You kind of can't unhear it after knowing it's the same voice, but yeah. Like when I hear Arquid or vice versa, I'm just like, oh, it's Kita from Bochi the Rock. Just a little fun fact. I got a lot of fun facts for you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I talked about my 8-incher earlier. You know, that's another fun fact. Yo, Hero Academia, I need to catch up to it. Because I heard, like, the latest season, or the latest 2 seasons have been, like, dummy with the sauce. And they just announced another movie, or, like, not just, but, like, a month ago, they announced another movie. I need to catch up. Because it's ending soon, I presume. And I heard it's dummy with the sauce. So I definitely gotta binge it at some point. I just been lagging, bro. I've just been lagging. What's up with all the anime streaming sites, regular anime and porn getting nuked? Rip. Wait, what? What the fuck? I mean, I wouldn't know, man. I wouldn't know. Over in my household, my girlfriend and I share a Crunchyroll account and a bunch of other like streaming services. We don't typically, unless we're desperate, we don't go to like the illegal sites. Not that there's anything necessarily, well, some people would argue there's a lot of things wrong with using them, but you know, I'm an adult now, you know, I could afford the shit. You know what I'm saying? I could afford this shit. Kukulkan, Tilalak, Medusa Saber, Summer Morgan essentially. Yeah, Summer, Melusine, Lady Avalon. Oh, you still need to get Lady Avalon. Shit. Yeah, out of that entire list, I mean, I really want to get Kukulkan, for example, but Tiamat, main priority. After her, Alice and Alco, for sure. And then everyone else is kind of equal. Surprising to say. You know, as crazy as the summer servants are next year, and as they were last year for JP, with the whole Avalon LaFay cast getting summer versions, you know, Morgan, Bavanchi, Vargas, Melusine, of course. As crazy as that lineup is, I don't think I'm gonna be going that hard for them next year. Again, I love those characters, certainly, and I love Babanshi's design, especially. And she's a 4-star, so theoretically I could throw a ticket or two for her. But I'm actually not gonna be prioritizing summer next year. Again, as crazy as that sounds, because it's a great lineup, but a lot of servants outside of summer next year and outside of anniversary as well. Again, Tiamat, Kire, for example, just to name a few, Kukulkan. They're bigger priorities for me. Oh shit, I definitely fucked up the loop of this. Well, this is one of the few times I'm gonna use. I really only use command skills when it comes to farming. I never use it when it comes to anything outside of farming. I only want Summer Vargas at least NP1. That's all for me for next summer. Yeah, I mean, I would like to get at least one copy of everybody, but really I could live without copies of pretty much all the summer servants next year. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Alex, have you been watching? I haven't, by the way. Have you been watching the new Code Geass? It was something of the Rosé or whatever. Again, I haven't started any other new Code Geass anime. Just because I don't want it to ruin the legacy of the original series. I'm like that terrified of watching the new Code Geass stuff, but I know you're a big Code Geass fan, Alex, so I just want to get your input. Are they any good? Are they okay? So yeah, something of the Rose. I have no idea. Fate Dual Servants. It follows the movie timeline. Interesting. It's fan service from what I've seen. Well, to be honest, even the original Code Geass, if you go back and rewatch it, there's a lot of, like, you know, fan service moments, a lot of camera angles, a lot of jiggle physics that happen. So honestly, Code Geass and fan service kind of go hand in hand at this point. But I'm hoping the new series isn't just pure fan service and nothing else, because obviously the main thing that made Code Geass amazing to this day was like the story and the characters, especially table sexual scene. Oh, the infamous table scene. Holy shit. I remember seeing that for the first time. I think I was like 14 or whatever. First time I've seen Code Geass, and I was like, what the fuck is she doing? And you know, obviously my innocent mind, even at 14 years old, I wasn't quite sure what she was doing with that table, but it didn't take too long and too much thinking to be like, oh wait, she's doing that. Oh, damn! I wish I was at table for real. No, I'm kidding. Well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Who knows? To be honest, would. Oh, the Minecraft. Okay, I'm glad you brought it up, Jex. Holy shit, that Minecraft movie, bro. Talk about cringe. Talk about cringe. I don't know if you guys have seen the Minecraft live action movie, which, oh lord. I don't even know where to start with that, because I'm somebody, I'm part of that generation of kids and teenagers who grew up with Minecraft. You know, we played Minecraft, we watched a lot of Minecraft videos, and to this day Minecraft is still very popular on YouTube and like streaming and whatnot. Never in my wildest dreams would I have ever guessed that they would drop a Minecraft live action. I just don't see how it would be feasible, you know? Like a live action, not that Mario a couple years ago or last year was a live action, but if they were to make a live action Mario, like a new one, a modern version, I wouldn't be that surprised. I'm like, okay, they're, you know, they could kind of make it work. I mean, they made the last year's movie work. Granted, again, it wasn't live action, but still, if it was live action with the same level of storytelling and, like, you know, how fun it was with the references, I think it still would have been successful. But my point is Minecraft, I just don't see how they could make that a live action, given, like, it doesn't really have a story or doesn't really have a lore to it. It's just like build shit, fight the Ender Dragon. That's kind of it. Oh my god, this movie looks like complete ass. Looks like complete ass. I feel like a lot of studios need to approach video game movie adaptations a certain way. In other words, if they want to adapt a movie or adapt a video game and turn it into a movie, most of the time, if not 10 times out of 10, they have to make it animated, especially with something like Minecraft. I don't think Minecraft should have a movie anyway, but if they were to do it, they shouldn't have made it live action because it's so jarring, it's so cringe. It looks like it's like an isekai, right? It's basically an isekai where like real life people get isekai'd or transported into the Minecraft universe. It's just fucking stupid. I don't know. Ugly Sonic needs, yeah, even like Sonic a couple years ago, despite the initial design being complete ass cheeks, it's one of the few live actions that were successful, or successful enough to warrant a trilogy, for example. So I feel like studios need to approach video game movies like that, where they, if they do decide to do a live action, at least stay close to the source material as far as like the designs and the lore. Because that initial Sonic trailer, if you remember Ugly Sonic, they changed the design because there was a huge uproar and fan backlash. Like, oh, this Sonic does not look like, this looks like Dollar Tree Sonic, you know, ugliest Sonic ever. Like, what the fuck is this? You guys have a whole movie budget. You couldn't make Sonic look a little bit better, you know? Fate Death Note. Yeah, the Death Note probably wouldn't work on servants, right? Because the Death Note works specifically on living humans, and Fate characters are technically already dead, so it wouldn't work, but still. Fate Durarara is basically Strange Fate in a way, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the writer of Durarara wrote Strange Fate. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Because Jim Carrey was in it. Yeah, Jim Carrey as Eggman. Most people were not expecting it to work because he doesn't really fit the, I guess, body type of Eggman, but he killed it with his performance, purely from his performance. So that just shows how good of a actor Jim Carrey is. Gojo-kun's Bizarre Fate Adventures. You just combine like 3 things there. Shout out to the homie Gojo. Domain expansion, how you doing? Okay, well, so there's still what anime are we talking about now? I can't even tell what anime they're talking about right now, but clearly not Strange Fate. Still not quite sure when they're gonna talk about Strange Fate. Again, the schedule is up on the official Aniplex Online Fest site. So I believe they just got done talking about Gun Gale Online. I think they're talking about this right now, actually. 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Not gonna lie, never heard of it, but who knows? Oh, next they're gonna be talking about the Madoka Gacha game, which again I'm not gonna pick up, but I am gonna watch the Madoka movie. That's gonna be a sequel to the Rebellion movie, which is gonna be sick nasty with the sauce. Bleach Fate collab though, the new Bleach season coming. Yo, as somebody who's never seen Bleach, but my girlfriend has, I'm sure she would be hyped. I don't know how it would work. I don't even know if the universes are even compatible, but it is what it is. The Fate Empire will fateify the entertainment world. Oh yeah, Hail Fate. Hail Hydra. Oh, that's crazy, dude. Honestly, why not? Once that Fate live action comes out in a couple months, or once it's announced, it's game over, bro. We're gonna bring Fate to the Western audience. You know, I feel like as popular as Fate is, it's not really that popular in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the Western audience. I think that's like its main barrier of entry for the Fate series to become a worldwide phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, give us a live action. It's probably gonna be horrible, but maybe that might introduce a lot of Western audiences to the Fate world, which would be interesting, right? I mean, I feel like if they were to do a Fate live action, I would just not take it seriously at all. I'd go into it expecting it to be bad, and who knows, maybe it will be like low-key 10 out of 10 would watch again type thing, for all the right reasons, not for meme reasons, which there's definitely gonna be a lot of memes gonna be come out about that if they do decide to do that. Oh, we slay goblins all the time, bro. No problem. Expect the worst for the best. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a shit show. You know it's gonna be a shit show, so might as well just enjoy it for the shit show that it is. Like going back to the Minecraft movie, for example. Granted, I don't think I'm gonna spend a single penny to watch that fucking movie, but if I see it in like a streaming service on like Netflix or something, I might watch it. You know, why not? But obviously, I'm gonna go into it with the mindset of like, I'm just gonna rip this movie to shreds because it's not gonna be good anyway. I see a lot of Fate-related gamer tags in Overwatch. Oh, okay, interesting. Back when I played... Oh, dude, really? Okay, I'm just getting PTSD. I don't know if you guys see. But this is Ashley Taylor from... She was from Magia Record. She was a Magia Record exclusive Magical Girl. Or NA exclusive Magical Girl. Then obviously NA closed. And then she came out in JP, making her not exclusive. But she's the first character that they're going to announce for the new Madoka game. I see what you're doing, Aniplex. And not gonna lie, you know, it does pull on the nostalgia strings a little bit, but I ain't gonna pick this shit up no matter what, bro. Unless you throw Gilgamesh in, which is not gonna happen because Gil as a magic girl would not make sense. Might as well just throw Ilya in at that point. Hate Higurashi when they die. When they die, not even when they cry. Insane. Insane. So what anime is everyone watching right now? Or what shows in general is everyone watching? Right now, as per usual, not really watching anything myself. I mainly just watch a lot of YouTube, a lot of wrestling, low-key. I'm still caught up with like WWE and whatnot, but otherwise, as far as anime goes, not really watching anything. Now that I think about it, yeah, not really watching anything. Shogun was really good. Okay, fair enough. Interesting development. Yeah, Magia X Sidra, crazy. I can't even tell what you're referencing at this point, Archerblaze. What the fuck? Definitely out of my area of expertise for sure. Yeah, I've just been bond farming over in JP. A lot of bond farming. So I'm trying to get to I believe my next bond is normal, Scotty. Could be wrong. Oshinoko. Oh, you mentioned Oshinoko earlier, Archerblaze. No anime, but for me, but I watched the debate. The debate and Tokyo Swindlers on. When you say the debate, you're talking about the presidential debate? I watched a little bit of it. I don't want to get into politics like that, because I don't think anyone's here for political talk, especially coming from me. I'm not a big expert when it comes to politics, but yeah. Speaking of watching shit shows and watching shit, you know, with low expectations, yeah. It's fun to watch if you're not taking it seriously, but it is alarming. It is slightly alarming. Yes, sir, and no, not to start anything, just saying what I watched. No, fair enough, fair enough. I did ask. I asked the question. You answered. I'm not gonna hold you against it, but yeah. I just was not expecting. Oh, yeah. A lot of the YouTube videos, parodies of the debates, for sure. It's interesting. Again, don't want to bring too much politics into this, but really curious what the who the next president's gonna be based on this latest debate. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I don't even know. It is what it is. It is what it is, though. I'm watching Prison Break right now. Just finished second season. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, they announced. Wait up. What did they announce? I guess the 3 movies is coming out in Ultra HD Blu-ray. Okay, cool. Next year. Okay, fair enough. And then you can watch it in theaters as well on specific dates. Okay. Next month actually, in Japan only. Okay, well, I wasn't planning on rewatching. I have already seen the movies like 2 or 3 times, so I just want to watch a new one for real. Doesn't matter. America loses. Yo, shout out to all my Americans watching. I don't know who here be living in America, because I know I got like viewers like across the globe. But if you don't live in America, just know that you're not missing out on a lot in terms of our politics. Or kind of a shit show in that regard. In a lot of regards, to be honest, but especially that one. Fate in another world with my smartphone. Oh shit, for real? That's basically Grand Order. I ain't never coming back, yo, Brandon. Nah, bro. You gotta visit, you know. I'm sure you got family and friends over here, you know what I'm saying? But like, as far as coming back here to live here, I mean, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even blame you. I'm sure living in Japan has been a dream come true. Has been nothing but the shit in the best way possible. So, okay, I'm gonna move on over to NA because I gotta log in anyway. Gotta log into NA. Right now in NA, I'm pretty much doing the same thing I'm doing in JP. I've just been bond farming. I'm close to bond 10 with Arkwid, close to bond 9 with Ibuki, or Summer Ibuki specifically. Close to bond 12 with Koyanskaya, or bond 13 with Koyan, and Enkidu, I think. Actually not really Enkidu, but Kidgil, I'm pretty sure. And I'm certainly not using the most efficient team ever to farm this quest, but I'm not looking necessarily for efficiency. I'm just bonding. Not really trying to get more drops or anything like that, but this quest does give a lot of bonds, so why not? So this is my team that I've been using to 2 turn, sometimes 3 turn, depending on my luck, this quest. Otherwise, I'm already done with the event. I've already got all the necessary points to get all the items. I haven't bought out the shop. It's probably the only thing I haven't done. Did I miss the strange fake news? No, the strange fake news should be dropping within maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Again, link is in the description for the Aniplex online live stream if you want to watch alongside them with the audio and everything. But I'm not trying to get in trouble with them, so I'm gonna keep the audio low and keep the screen minimized. Now I'm playing, yeah, to visit, sure, like a 2-week visit. Yeah, exactly, Brandon. You know, gotta visit the fam, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure there's some states, some cities you still haven't visited in the US that I'm sure you want to visit, so why not? As a little vacation. Absolutely. Why not? Is this the Monogatari series? What are they showing now? Oh no, that is not the Monogatari. I thought it was for a sec. What are they talking about right now? According to their schedule. Oh, Blue Exorcist. Oh, if I watched a little bit further, I would have recognized it right away. Yeah, the new Blue Exorcist. I think they're also coming out with a gacha game as well. So good for them. Every series needs a gacha game nowadays for some reason. Fate in Abyss actually sounds pretty cool. All jokes aside, that actually sounds pretty cool. Farming this with EO. Yeah, EO is probably the intended way to farm this efficiently. But as somebody who prioritizes bond over efficiency, this has been my team. So Arkwid typically takes care of turn 1 with 0 problems. And then turn 2 is when it kind of relies a little bit on RNG, but for example, right now I didn't get any Arkwid Buster cards, so this is probably going to take 3 turns, but again, I don't really care. I've already got everything I needed from the shop and whatnot, so again, not really farming for efficiency necessarily, just farming bond pretty much. Fate Madoka Magica. Okay, now we're back to the fuckery. You know, Fate and Abyss sounded pretty cool, and then now we're just back to fuckery. Fate Recoil. Okay, that Licorice Recoil action. Funny enough, there is Gios. Canonically, there are Gioses in the Fate universe in Type Moon. Yeah, definitely not 3-turning this, but it is what it is. This has always been fuckery. Hey, I'm just saying, some of the titles have been good though. Again, Fate and Abyss sounds pretty cool. I'm like scrolling up to see if there's been any other good ones. That's like the only one that was like, I just realized you said Fate Geass Gilgamesh of the Rebellion. Insane. Rebelling against the gods. Fate Theft Auto. Actually, yeah. I was gonna say Grand Order Auto. I don't know if that sounds better, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. So again, they're talking about Blue Exorcist, and they're not gonna talk about Strange Fake. Oh my God, we still got a ways to go. So just to look at the schedule again, next thing they're gonna be talking about is Demon Lord 2099. I'm not sure what that is. There's gonna be a Demon Slayer musical event. I guess that they did over at New York. The Anime News Part 4, which I don't know any of these. Unite Up, Unibirth, never heard of that. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. That sounds kind of funny, but I'm not sure if I'm going to watch it. I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class. Oh, that's a lot of people's fantasies, I'm sure. I mean, I could think of a handful of people back in high school and whatnot who I might have found attractive, but they were complete bitches or assholes. So I was just like, yeah, no, not even going to try to risk. Amiku MD Doctor Detective. Again, never heard of that. And Mono. Don't know what that is. And after that, Kisaku Band or the Butchie the Rock band. I guess they're doing a musical event as well. And then it doesn't take until Anime News Part 5 for them to talk about Fate Strange Fake. And I'm probably not going to stick around. I mean, I probably will stick around for that new anime reveals because you never know. I don't want to stop streaming after the Strange Fake stuff. And then they announce a Tsukihime anime or something like that, or like drop a new trailer for Mahatsuko no Yoru. I don't think they will because it specifically says new anime reveals, but yeah, probably not gonna be anything too crazy. No Fate, No Life. That's a good one too. That's a good one too. Again, decent titles. Avatar: The Last Fate Bender, crazy. I think Marvel movies. Avengers, Fate of Ultron. Yo, that sounds sick nasty. That sounds sick nasty with the sauce. I mean, if we're gonna take over worldwide, we can't just be talking about anime, bro. We gotta be talking about the whole universe, bro. The whole thing, the whole shebang. Avengers Infinity Fate. Oh, dude, insane. Cooking, dude. Jurassic Fate. I mean, that's basically Lostbelt 7. Basically. Fate Punch Man. The Fate and the Beast. I mean, the Beauty and the Fate would have rolled off the tongue a little bit better, but I see you, big dog. I smell you. I smell. Lord of the Fates. See, that sounds like something I'd watch. Saving Private Ritsuka. See, that's creative. That's creative. That's very creative. Saving Private Ritsuka. Yeah, why did we gotta limit it to just Fate? Why can't we just why can't it be like a Fate character or a servant or something else? It doesn't have to be just Fate. Okay, that just opens the floodgates for a lot of other things. I'm trying to think of there's some big titles out there. Some big titties. Fateinator. Crazy. The day Fate becomes mainstream in the Western audience, it's gonna be game over. It's gonna be game over. Yeah, they're really trying to sell us again, if you didn't hear, there is going to be a Blue Exorcist, not only a new season, but a new gacha game as well. I like Blue Exorcist. When the series originally ended a couple years ago, and then they brought it back like 6 years after or whatever, I feel like my hype and my excitement for Blue Exorcist kind of died down because it's been so long since I've seen the original 2 seasons. that after watching like one episode of the reboot, I guess you could call it a reboot, I just never continued it. Not because I didn't like it, but I just did not really have an interest for it. So I feel like they're a little bit too late to catch me as a long-term fan, but it is what it is. Game of Grails. I mean, that's kind of what Fate is in the end of the day. We're just fighting for a cup, to be honest. Granted, it's presumably a wish-granting cup, but it's a cup nonetheless. Even though it hasn't really done its job as a wish-granting device, historically speaking, especially in the main Fate timelines. Yeah, the last arc in... Yeah, I'm aware of that. The last arc in the original anime was anime original. And then they decided to kind of go back to basing it off the manga. Because if I'm not mistaken, the reboot or whatever you classify it, the new seasons, they pick up after a certain point in the original anime, just so like they don't have to remake those episodes or those arcs again. But yeah, just haven't had the motivation to pick it back up, so to speak. Fate Zero. So like a prequel to Fate Zero. Honestly, I want to see, because obviously Stay Night takes place during the 5th Holy Grail War, then Fate Zero is the 4th Holy Grail War. I low-key want to see like the first 3 Holy Grail Wars. Because the 3rd Holy Grail War is when the Grail got corrupted, if I'm not mistaken. When it got corrupted by Angkor, mind you. But I want to see those first 2. The first 2 and I guess the 3rd one as well, just to see firsthand how it got corrupted, rather than just hearing about it. So if they want to do like a prequel that takes place like 200 or so years in the past with the original Grail War, to see how much of a shit show that was, because I guess a lot of the rules and whatnot were not established at the time. That would be cool. Fate Dead Redemption starring Billy the Kid. Okay, why not? And then maybe a cameo appearance from Calamity Jane. Yeah, and obviously they would fit right into the Red Dead Redemption universe. Why not? Okay, so they're gonna be currently... Yeah, Demon Lord 2099. Again, never heard of it, but that's what they're gonna be talking about right now. I got a plan. You ready? I mean, just put it in chat, bro, and I'll let you know if that plan sounds sick nasty with the sauce, or if it sounds like dog water, you know. Fujimaru, Python, and the Holy Grail. Oh, Jesus Christ. These titles are crazy. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna bust their card first. So again, just farming bond. Fujimaru, Grave of the Fate Flies, Call Dear Fellows. Is that Goodfellows? Is that a reference to Goodfellows? Oh, Alien! I actually just watched a new movie. Because a couple weeks ago, I don't know why me and my girlfriend were just like in a horror movie mood. As you are, you know, with your significant other. If you have a significant other and you're not binging horror movies randomly in random intervals, then you're not in a real relationship. Just saying. But we were watching a lot of the Alien movies just to get ourselves hyped up for the new one, because we heard the new one's really good, and we watched it and it was actually pretty good. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. A good couple of jump scares. Mainly got my girlfriend, not really me, because you know, I'm just sick nasty with the sauce. Hard to jump scare me, but yeah, it was all right. Okay, I mean, it was. Like I said, it was better than I thought it would be, because the previous Alien movie, Covenant, a lot of people did not like. A lot of people found underwhelming, and to a certain extent, even Prometheus. And people typically like Prometheus, but there is a lot of things wrong with the movie as well. So I think a lot of people went into it with low expectations, myself included. But I was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't like a masterpiece by any means, but it was certainly better than what I was expecting. They were playing the Outlast Trials, nice. Prometheus was dumb still. I mean, the characters and a lot of their decisions dumb as fuck. Especially after rewatching it a couple weeks ago, I was like, yeah, these characters are stupid as fuck. Dumb as hell. Like one of the characters, I assume you've seen it, right? One of the characters is like a geologist, and he's like an expert in like rock formations and like, you know, mapping and whatnot. And right away, he established himself as kind of reliable because he threw a device up and then basically automatically created a map of the entire structure that they were in. And then somehow 30 minutes later, he gets lost in that same very structure that he should have an access to a map of. And I'm just like, how did you get lost? How did you get lost, bro? So that's just one of many dumbass decisions. Like, how? Like, this makes no sense with the character you just established. You're supposed to know his shit, but it is what it is. The premise was interesting and the cinematography was amazing. I agree. The guy who controls the map, Jones, got lost. Yeah, that made no fucking sense. Card Fight Vanguard Divine Z is practically Fate Stay Night with card games. Really? I might have to look into that because that sounds interesting. Low key. A Nightmare on Kalia Street. That's so fucking good. That's so good. I'll stick with the first two, Alien and Aliens. Okay, fair enough. I mean, at the end of the day, nothing's gonna beat the classics. And some people might argue, oh, that's just nostalgia talking. But no, deadass, the classics are like top tier. Top tier. Although I did see some people saying that they would put this latest movie up there with those two movies. Like, at least number 3. Like, as far as like the best alien movies of all time. I don't know about that. I would really have to think about that. But I would say it's definitely more entertaining and feels a lot more I guess I could say faithful to the original movies than Covenant and Prometheus, for example. Because Covenant and Prometheus, I feel like they were focused a lot on world building, which people weren't really asking for. And they kind of just confused the shit out of everybody and did not really deliver in terms of like storytelling and like being respectful to the original sources or the original movies. I feel like this one did not really focus on world building and just went back to form. As far as like, just make a good movie with decent jump scares, great effects, practical effects if I'm not mistaken. And yeah. Imagine if we got elephant engineers. Yeah, the handsome Squidward looking motherfuckers. Yeah, for real. The Divine Z anime is actually pretty good. The cast is great and the card game action is fun to watch. Okay, fair enough. Fate Genesis Evangelion. Bro. I wish they stuck with the elephant engineers from the first film. Yeah, because it was like revealed like I guess what you call the elephant engineers were just like relatively normal looking buff motherfuckers inside of a suit. Rather than them actually looking like elephants. It was just a suit. Darker Than Fate. Ooh. I never finished Darker Than Black, by the way. I remember starting it and I remember the opening being good as fuck, but I don't remember finishing it ever. Heard it's good though. Clearly, if I started it, it must have been decent. Okay, right now they're talking about, I believe this is Demon Lord 2099. As you can see, Demon Lord 2099. So if you guys are interested in that, there you go. I wish they would reboot Soul Eater. Because the original series was one of the first real anime I've ever seen. Back in my anime Netflix days. Soul Eater was one of the first. I feel like a lot of people started off with Soul Eater as well back in the day. It had to have been one of your first couple animes. and I enjoyed it at the time, but after learning that it's not based on the manga, at least like the later seasons, I'm just like, yo, I wanna see this shit continue, bro. I wanna see this shit get rebooted. Like if Blue Exorcist can do it and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood can reboot the entire series decades later, then I would like to see a Soul Eater reboot. They came out with like Soul Eater not like years ago, and that one was completely different. Like, doesn't even have anything to do with the main cast of characters. Bro spoke true words. I went to the 20th anniversary exhibition, and now I just want to read everything once again. Are we talking about Soul Eater? Yeah. Damn, 20th anniversary. I had no idea. I guess, yeah, it is that old, huh? Holy shit. Fate X Family. Spy X Fate. Okay. Spy Family. I smell you, big dog. Do you think Denji's VA should voice Soul and potential Soul Eater reboot? Is the original voice actor like retired or something? Because I mean, why would they just not get the original voices at that point? Assuming again, I don't know. Maybe the guy's retired, or unfortunately maybe he passed. I'm not sure, but if they need to recast Soul, then why not? I guess. I think boss fight was a letdown. Man, it's been years. The one against Ashura, I think that was like the main villain, Ashura. Yeah, I remember it being like kind of okay. Obviously, as a kid, it was probably passable for me, but looking back on it, I was like, it was all right. Yeah, the manga I heard is insane. Yeah, Soul Eater needs a remake. I feel like at this point, and they definitely haven't stopped doing anime originals, but if you're gonna be doing an anime adaptation of a manga or a light novel, just stick with the source material. Don't try to do anime originals, because historically speaking, anime originals haven't been that successful. Some of them have been passable, like for example the original Fullmetal Alchemist. I think that's passable, but obviously compared to Brotherhood, it's definitely not as good as far as being like a cohesive story. And certainly there's been other anime originals that are okay at best, but and I understand that there's like scheduling issues and whatnot that causes them to do anime originals. Like, let's say maybe the manga is not done, but they have to release something for the anime. That's why, for example, some like One Piece, Naruto, notoriously both of them have a lot of filler arcs, because the anime was catching up to the manga. So in order to like not catch up with that manga, they would make anime original arcs, aka filler arcs. But why can't they just, you know, be more patient, wait till the manga's over and then make an anime, bro? Like, fuck it. Rosario X. Oh, dude, Rosario Vampire. Holy shit. Speaking about like anime I started out with back in my Netflix days, yeah, Rosario Vampire was one of those for sure. I remember really enjoying that one. I don't remember shit about it. I think I don't remember any characters' names, but I think the girl with short hair, blue hair, I want to say blue, it might be white. She has like a lollipop. I think she has like ice powers. I think she was my favorite character. I don't remember. It's been years, but I think she was my favorite character. I hope I'm talking about the right show and I'm not just fucking everything up. Her name was Kurome. I don't know. It's been like 2 decades almost. Definitely been at least 15 years. It's been so long since I've seen that anime. Or do it like My Hero Academia. You make a pause each. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like My Hero Academia, I guess, have the budget as a shonen anime and as one of the biggest modern shonen anime. I feel like they have the budget to take breaks and have the budget to, like, if they wanted to do a filler arc, they could. If they want to just do a random movie in between every other season, which they have been doing, they could. Whereas I feel like a lot of other series don't have that, I guess, that perk. Again, My Hero is just that damn big that they could afford doing all that. Mizore, yeah, that was her name. That was her name. Yep, yeah. Yeah, I think she was my favorite one. My bad. Kurome is the succubus one. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was more of a Mizore guy myself. She was my favorite too. Okay, yeah. See, we share some of the same tastes, obviously. Makes sense. Makes sense. The manga for it got crazy, if I remember. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard Rosario Vampire's manga is insane with the membrane. For sure. Finland Saga, I still gotta continue. I heard that goes hard. I've only watched season 1. I don't think I even finished season 1 now I think about it, but holy shit. Fate and Tess. Yo, Baka and Tess. I think Baka and Tess, and I've said this in the past streams before, I think that was my very first real anime. Growing up, I've seen, of course, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! All those Adult Swim anime, Cartoon Network anime. But at the time, I've only known them as essentially like cartoons. But when I first, my entry into the larger anime world was Baka and Tess. It was like the spring of, I want to say 2011, maybe 2012. And me and my cousins and my brother were bored out of our minds. And we just decided to open up Netflix and just watch some random shit. And for some reason, we landed on Baka and Tess. Decided to watch it, and the rest is history. That was like our entry into the anime world. Because we liked the concept so much that we were like, oh man, we gotta watch other shows now at this point. And yeah. I mean, I don't remember what we watched after that, but yeah. That was our beginning. I don't know about you guys. What was you guys' first entry into the anime otaku world? Not counting like childhood shows. Like again, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto. They were technically our first anime, but they weren't the ones, presumably, they weren't the ones that got us into into the otaku world. At least for me, it wasn't them. Maybe it was for you guys. I'm not sure. Love Hina, maybe. Okay. Berserk. Yeah, I remember talking about this with you, Brandon. Yeah, Berserk. Starting off with Berserk, honestly, that's kind of based. that's a crazy one to start with. Your first ever like legitimate anime going into the otaku world, into the anime weeb life, is Berserk. And it's respectable. I'm not trying to I'm not roasting you or anything. That's just a very crazy one to start with. Because right away you're starting off with what some people would call peak. So everything else afterwards, you know, I don't know. They probably pale into comparison. Oh, Ranma 1/2. Holy shit. Technically, I've seen that first before Baka and Tess, but I never... It's not what got me into anime. I just remember watching it when I was a kid. Back when I lived in the Philippines. Shout out to my Filipinos. How you doing? How you doing, bruh? But back when I lived there, I forget what the anime network, the TV channel was called. I remember watching or going on that just for like Dragon Ball and whatnot. And I remember watching a couple episodes of Ranma 1/2, which is getting a remake in the future, which I'm excited about because like it's just nostalgic for me. I remember enjoying the show. It has a very interesting premise. If you don't know what Ranma 1/2 is, I recommend looking into it. But and my girlfriend apparently read it when she was a kid too, so we're gonna watch it together and it's gonna be a fun experience. Yeah, a trailer already came out, I believe, a month ago, so that's exciting. It's nice to see old anime that you would never expect get a remastered or a remake get a remake, you know. So that's cool. Claymore, oh my gosh, I remember starting that. I don't think my brother and I ever finished it, because I think when we were first getting into Fate, One of the anime that were recommended to us, I guess because it has a blonde girl with a sword too, was Claymore. People were recommending that to us. I think we started it, but we never got into it. So I think you gotta go back and revisit Claymore, because I heard it's good. I heard it's good. I remember as we laid watching the first episode and it's guts in demon guts and then firing a cannon in there. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, starting off with Berserk is that's crazy. Yeah, Ninja Scroll was also pretty gory. Never watched that one for sure. But yeah, bro, with the hard questions, probably Angel Beats. Yeah, Angel Beats, one of my first as well. Like if I were to name like the Netflix anime that like I watched, my anime starting kit, so to speak, Angel Beats, Baka and Test, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Soul Eater. I want to say Blue Exorcist as well. I know I'm missing a couple of others. Hetalia, I don't think I mentioned Hetalia. Oh, Black Butler. Yeah, I love Black Butler. I haven't watched the new ones, but I remember loving Black Butler back then. Even though season 2 was like anime original and it wasn't like that great, but yeah. That's 7 of them. What else did I watch back then? Or like the Netflix original anime, like not Netflix original, but like the original, like my anime starting. Black Bullet I watched, but that was a couple years after I got into, like, properly got into anime. It's a shame it's not getting another season, if I'm not like, Black Bullet hasn't, I haven't seen any news of it for like a decade now, so I don't think it's getting another season, which is unfortunate, because it ends in a cliffhanger, and I'm just like, I need to see what's gonna happen next. No, Fairy Tail I watched a little bit later. Kiss Excess, oh my god, talk about throwback. I don't think I've watched it, but I've seen scenes. You know, as a growing young man, you know, you just research some certain things, and I remember seeing some Kiss Excess scenes, and my you know, infantile brain, my barely puberty stage body was not ready for what I was seeing. I know Higurashi I've seen on back when the whole thing was on YouTube. I remember binging down on YouTube with my brother. Oremo, yeah, I remember watching that a couple years ago as well. Oremo. Actually, no, I'm forgetting like a big one for me. Haganai. Haganai actually was the first anime I watched by myself. Because typically I would watch anime with my brother back then. We would watch Anohana together. We would watch Black Butler together. Rosario Vampire together. And there was a point to where I don't know, our interests shifted. And I guess he was busy with school. I was busy with my own shit. And the first anime I watched by myself, I believe, was Haganai. Yeah, and I remember being really into that one. Haganai was one of my favorites back in the day. Even though nowadays I probably wouldn't watch it because I'm not really into harems like that. But yeah. Sora Online, I wasn't one of those guys who got really into it, because when it popped off, and it's still popular to this day, clearly. But I didn't really get into it when it first came out. I don't know why, actually, because season 1 for a lot of people was like dummy with the sauce. I got into it before it popped off, ironically. Fair enough. You watch Monogatari? I started it 2 years ago. I have not continued it, gonna be honest. I know it's good. It's one of the classics, right? You know, people love the Monogatari series. Just never continued it myself. Do you know ADV Films products? I don't know, and for some reason when I read that, I automatically thought porn. I don't know why. Maybe that's what that is, and subconsciously I do know what that is, but yeah, I don't know. Haganai was fun. Yeah, Haganai was fun. I think I got into it mainly because it had like Monster Hunter references, and Monster Hunter, for those of you guys who don't know, that's like my favorite video game series ever. I'm not the biggest gamer ever, but talk about thousands of hours of gameplay and farming and just like enjoying the game. Yeah, Monster Hunter, I have like 1,000 hours on that, on each of the games. Fucking love it. After finishing Berserk, I started watching Cowboy Bebop, another classic, Trigun classic, Rurouni Kenshin, obviously another classic that just got remade a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, a lot of people sort of blacklist Rurouni Kenshin because if you don't know, I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but the creator of Rurouni Kenshin got cut with some illegal material regarding children. I'm not going to specifically say the CP words because I might get in trouble with YouTube, but yeah, he was found guilty of not only possessing but distributing them. And even though I believe he's not in jail right now, and he's still working on Rurouni Kenshin, and he's still mentioned and like credited as the creator of Rurouni Kenshin, a lot of people don't fuck with the anime anymore, the series anymore, because of what the creator is known to be into. So just one of those things. Kind of fucked up his legacy with that. And honestly, I don't even blame people for not wanting to watch the show. I mean, it's one of those things some people would argue you gotta separate the artist to the art, or the creator to the art, however the phrase is. But I guess certain things, you know, you just can't look past. You just can't look past with certain things. Right now they're doing the musical event. I believe this is the one, the Demon Slayer one, and then we're gonna move on to Anime News Part 4, which I already went through all these. I don't, or I've never heard of any of these. But yeah, and then we're gonna have like a Bocchi the Rock little music event, and then Fate Strange Fake, finally! And then I'll probably stream a little bit longer just to talk about the trailer or whatever they drop, to be honest. And then we're gonna see what new anime reveals are gonna be announced. And then after that, pretty much gonna stop streaming because there's gonna be nothing else for me to watch, and it's not like I'm gonna be streaming the Lisa live performance because that's called copyright issues, and I'm not trying to have copyright issues. Yeah, the lolly thing in Japan has a slippery slope. Yeah, I mean, it's not even like a lolly thing in regards to the Rurouni Kenshin character. Character creator. He had like real life, like materials kind of stuff. Like, it's one thing to be like, I guess, into or okay or tolerate like lollies, and I guess shota by extension in like anime, or even if you want to go as far as saying hentai. Like, listen, you do you, bro. You do you as far as all that stuff. But when it starts to leak into real life and like illegal stuff, that's when it's like, all right, you gotta stop here. We gotta stop here. You gotta intervene. Yeah, I watched the OG, but I don't support the new one. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are in the same boat. I watched a new Kenshin anime. It was actually better than the original. Okay, I mean, fair enough. It probably is too, which is unfortunate, you know? It's one of those classics that people really loved growing up and were excited about seeing the remake, and people are still excited about it, but there is a stain to the legacy of that series because of the creator and the things he is known to be guilty of. Like, you gotta think about it. Imagine being like, you know, the publisher of his work, or being like a voice actor or actress of the Rurouni Kenshin characters, and like knowing that you were associated or involved in a project with somebody who is known for that kind of stuff. Like, that has to be crazy. But I guess, you know, if the paycheck is good enough, you know, you're gonna look past that stuff, you know. It's a professional relationship at the end of the day. It's not like they were partaking, at least hopefully not partaking in any of that kind of stuff. Shout out to the people who got into High School DxD when it came out. Yo, back in high school, yo, all the degenerates were all about that High School DxD, bro. All the degens. That was like the anime that everyone talked about in my friend group as far as like back in high school. Yeah, when it comes to becoming not fictional character, that's when you need to be checked. Yeah, that's when you need to be checked, and maybe like a couple of swift hits to the face, maybe the nutsack a little bit, you know. you need to be you need some help for sure. Isn't that like Nickelodeon? Yeah, with the whole, what's his name? The creator of like Drake and Josh, iCarly and whatnot. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Someone's gonna point it out. They just made a documentary of him a couple months ago, which I still need to watch because it's very interesting. Because I grew up with like Drake and Josh, iCarly, even the older stuff, which for some reason is escaping my mind. All that and whatnot. But looking back at it, there was definitely a lot of weird and sus stuff. And it's just like, okay, that's a little bit weird looking back at it. Dan Schneider, yeah. Okay. I don't know why I'm like very bad with names today. Well, in general, I'm very bad. Yeah, the feet guy. Yeah, you never really think about that until you look back on it, right? Like I was watching a video a couple years ago that kind of broke it down. And I was like, holy shit, there were a lot of like feet scenes, a lot of feet related things with like a lot of the child actors, a lot of the teenage actors and actresses, and I was just like, yeah, this is definitely weird. But you know, there's a difference from it being weird and it actually being criminal, you know. And apparently, there's a lot of evidence or things to suggest that there was a lot more going on than just like feet scenes. It's just crazy to think about. And listen, I look back at shows like Drake and Josh and iCarly and whatnot, and I have nothing but good memories with them. But obviously, a lot of the actors and actresses probably look back at that time in a very different light, as they should too. Hollywood, yeah. The world of child actors and actresses, I feel like they've probably gotten better nowadays with that kind of stuff. But back then, whew, I bet there's a lot of untold stories that's just waiting to get unearthed. Rie Takahashi voices the main character in the new anime. Oh, Veronica. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I think she did a panel either this year or last year for Rurouni Kenshin. So yeah. Yeah, the Home Alone kid. Damn. I mean, I'm pretty sure he bounced back at this point. Like he's doing a lot better, but oh man, he went through the ringer after Home Alone. I was at the panel for last year. Yeah. Okay, I thought so. Yeah. Hopefully the panel wasn't too weird. I don't think the creator was there. Because if the creator was there, I'm sure some people would have said something. Especially with how the US is. Which in this particular case is justified. You know, you don't want to... If you don't want to support a man for and his creation for what he's done, you know, more power to you. It's totally justified in this case. Oh man, as far as like childhood shows, not counting anime, and I just mentioned like some Nickelodeon shows. What was like your cartoon growing up? What was like a cartoon that was your shit? For me, I was huge on like Courage the Cowardly Dog, you know, a lot of the Cartoon Network classics. Ed and Eddie, I think Ed and Eddie is probably my favorite Cartoon Network show growing up. You know, non-Adult Swim kid shows. Yeah, Ed and Eddie, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Of course, Powerpuff Girls, you know, you gotta throw in Powerpuff Girls in there. Batman, oh yeah, a lot of the older superheroes. So yeah, Batman was really good too. Tom and Jerry, oh dude, my grandpa, rest in peace his soul, he used to watch Tom and Jerry all the time. We would watch it together all the time. He was a huge fan of Tom and Jerry. I'm not sure why. I mean, it was a good show, don't get me wrong, but he loved it. So rest in peace to homie. He died like 20 years ago or so, but yeah. Nothing but fond memories, for sure. What else? Static Shock. Oh yeah, that's a classic as well. That scene with the, yeah, I mean it's probably not the most topical thing to talk about right now, but with the school and whatnot, I'm not gonna go too deep into it with recent stuff that's happened here in the U.S. But yeah, crazy show looking back at it. Samurai Jack, yeah, that was a classic. And then the fact that they brought it back a couple years ago to complete and finish the story was really cool. Really cool that they brought back Samurai Jack back in what, 2019, 2018, and finished up his story finally. That was cool of them to do. Pinky in the Brain, yeah, that was, yeah, man. A lot of cartoons were weird back then. Very weird. I was one of them. Pinky in the Brain was a little bit weird. Old X-Men cartoon theme is still iconic to me. Yeah, you ever just look back and like rewatch like scenes from like shows from your childhood and you're just like, holy shit, I remember watching this. Or maybe even the other side of things, I don't really remember watching this, but it kind of feels nostalgic. Like sometimes I go through memory lane and I'm like, damn, I kind of wish low-key, kind of wish I was a kid again so I could relive those moments, because back then it was simpler times. But now I'm an adult with responsibilities and bills to pay and, you know, a dick to jack off every day, you know. Things are, you know, a lot different, a lot more stressful nowadays. Invader Zim, yup, Invader Zim. Classic. What, man? Hey man, listen, I'm just keeping it real, bro. When you're an adult, or like not even an adult, when you hit a certain age, bro, you gotta beat the meat, you know what I'm saying? Are we just gonna pretend like are we gonna pretend, guys? Okay, real talk, we're gonna pretend y'all don't beat your meats. Look at my eyes. Yeah, we're gonna pretend like you haven't beat your meat in the past 24 hours, maybe in the past hour. Granted, don't beat your meat while watching me. I would feel a little bit uncomfortable, just a little bit uncomfortable. Yo, Drex, you're capping, bro. Oh, good point. Okay. I thought for a second you were like, no, I didn't beat my meat in the past. Like, no, bro. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real, bro. Unless you suffer from some kind of erectile dysfunction, then I'm sorry to bring up those demons, but just keep it right now. Yo, imagine, dude. I mean, you gotta assume like all the big streamers out there that get like 100K viewers every stream, you gotta think out of that thousands of viewers there has to be, not to get weird, but we're there anyway, and we always get here eventually with my streams. You gotta think, statistically speaking, let's say there's 100,000 people watching a stream. You gotta think there's at least maybe 10 people jacking off while watching the stream. Not necessarily because of the streamer, maybe it is, who knows, but maybe they have the stream open on the side on one monitor, and at the other monitor they got their favorite hentai or something, you know, their favorite Astolfo big dick hentai. I don't know, you gotta think. It's probably a thing. Looking back, what were they thinking about Ren and Stimpy? Again, a lot of shows like Ren and Stimpy are fucking weird, right? Very weird. I suffer from more real demons, sadly. Yeah, you gotta get the Exorcist, bro. Get some holy water, splash it around the room. You know what I'm saying? Read the Bible. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not kidding. Yeah, I know. Sad life. Probably one of, damn, that's dark, Ahmed. That is dark. Yeah, I mean, you gotta keep it real. If 100K people are watching a stream, you gotta think some of them are probably criminals, some of them are probably jacking off as they're watching the stream. You know, that's what's scary about having like a large audience. You never know the people that are watching, right? Yeah, there are at least 4 in my chat, probably like rock hard right now. Rock hard. And I hope you're not rock hard because of me, because, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm ugly as fuck, but I'm certainly not the most attractive tool in the toolkit, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not trying to make anyone out here aroused, you feel me? Is the Fate Strange fake trailer out right now? No, they should be announcing it in... Right now, they're... what are they doing right now, actually? Unite Up. Okay, they literally just started with the part 4 of their stream schedule. And as you can see, Strange Fake is down here at Anime News part 5. So right now, they're talking about Unite Up. And they're going to be talking about these other anime and these like the Music Alive and then Fate Strange Fake. Finally. And again, I don't know if they're dropping a trailer or if they're just going to recap what they've already shown with Whispers of Dawn. I'm hoping they give us a date on when to expect something. But we'll see. Well, you do have anime girls on screen. Hey, man, you getting aroused by the anime girls on my screen versus you getting aroused by little old me. That's a little bit weird, you know? It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. You feel me, big dog? You feel me? Yeah, yeah, you're looking at probably another hour for them to talk about Strange Fate. So just sit back, relax. Link is in the pinned comment and in the description if you want to check out that stream or check out the Aniplex Online Fest live stream where they're talking about new anime, new projects, events and whatnot. I'm still amazed that Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood fans bent the knee to Frieren. So, my brother's a huge Frieren fan and he's on the same boat as you where like, oh my god, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood got dethroned. And this is not even me being biased or anything because I obviously one of my favorite anime is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I've talked about this multiple times in the past. My only caveat, like I don't mind if Fullmetal Alchemist is no longer seen as like the best anime ever, which it's subjective in the end of the day. Who cares? Who cares what people think are the best anime ever? But as far as like, you know, my anime list being #1 and stuff like that, again, very subjective, but the way I see it is Frieren's not even done yet. I feel like people jump the gun too much and say, yeah, Frieren's the best anime ever, better than Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's not even done yet. Like, how could we say that? Like, what if the ending is trash? You know, we can't say something is the best or better than something else when it's not even done yet. So I'm like pretty indifferent about, okay, Frieren's #1, so I don't really care. Until it's done, and until I am the judge of it myself, like, it's one of those things that, okay, it's #1 now, who cares? It's not done yet. Yeah, and it being compared, because there's like a huge, I want to say a hate boner for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because for the longest time, it was like considered the best anime or #1 anime on like my anime list, which is a website that a lot of people use to rank anime, to keep track of the anime that they're watching, and it's a good resource for that sort of stuff. But people take the rankings very seriously, my brother being one of them, which I keep telling him, like, dude, you're taking this too seriously. Who gives a fuck about the rankings? But yeah. People want to see Fullmetal Alchemist get dethroned, and it has been. And again, my only thing with that is I don't mind it getting dethroned. Like, who cares in the end of the day? But at the same time, if the #1 anime now is an anime that's not even done, I don't care if the manga is done. I actually don't know if the manga is done. But if the #1 anime is an anime that's not even finished, like the story's not even capped off, I feel like the system is a little bit flawed in that regard. Just me. Yeah, I don't even like giving 10s to a series until it's completely done. That's what I'm saying. Because you gotta think about it. Like, perfect example for you, Alex, right? You obviously have your very, I guess, mixed feelings or even negative opinions on Attack on Titan's ending. Like the last season, a lot of the stuff, we've already talked about this multiple times. But going into it, like the first couple of seasons, all the way up until like the basement arc, arguably, it was peak. It was peak. Even probably early Marley stuff was peak for you, right? You loved it. And I think you still love, like, at least those parts up until a certain point. But then the ending comes out, the last season comes out, and that changes your viewpoint and your perspective and your opinion about the whole series. And now you give it what, like a 2 out of 10 or something? I actually don't know your ranking, but you don't give it a very good score, despite loving all the previous seasons and probably giving that like an 8, maybe even a 9 out of 10. So that's my argument. Like, I'm not saying Furen is gonna, you know, drop the ball and like disappoint a lot of people too, but at the same time, you can't call something the best or number one when it's not done yet. Just saying, you can't do that. I think that's a very flawed. They have a very flawed system in my anime list. Like, you shouldn't be able to vote for stuff, or like not even vote, but like rank stuff. That's not done yet, in my opinion. Same could be said for Berserk. Yeah, Berserk is one of those, like, people call that peak as well, but it's not done yet. Which I'm not gonna argue with fans of Berserk who's been fans for like 30 years or however long it's been around. It's clearly been amazing up until this point. Obviously, with the creator dying and a bunch of hiatuses, and with the anime not doing so hot. If we're just looking purely at the manga, the story's apparently sick nasty with the sauce. But what if the ending is ass? What if Guts, assuming you know the lore of Berserk, what if Guts doesn't get his revenge? What if he dies before getting to, you know, the bad guy? I'm not going to spoil who the bad guy is if you haven't seen it. What if there is no good ending for, or like not even like a bittersweet ending? You know, there's a lot of things that could happen that would change the perspective and opinions of a lot of the fans. Like, people who love Berserk might end up hating it depending on the ending. Even One Piece, sadly. Yes, One Piece, I feel like One Piece fans... Okay, I have a hot take for One Piece fans. Because for the past 4 years, especially 3-4 years, and maybe the entire time, and maybe it's a meme at this point, but everybody and their mother, and I'm a little bit guilty of this with Strange Fate, because I call it Strange Fate Peak Fate, but you know, it's more... I'm being obviously biased, but with One Piece fans, people call it peak anime. People call it the #1 anime of all time. People call it the best anime, you know, you name it. But my argument still stands with what I just said with Fear. It's not even done yet. You can't call something peak if it's not done yet. Because what if the ending is ass? What if they get to the One Piece, to the fabled treasure that would make Luffy the king of the pirates and whatnot? They open the treasure chest, and it's a note that says, "The real treasure is the friends you made along the way." I don't know, people. Maybe some people will like that, but I feel like some people, they could drop the ball with these anime and shows and, you know, stories. But what about a series that resumes after a long period, aka Dragon Ball Z Super okay, in regards to like Dragon Ball Z, technically the story did end with like the Kid Buu arc, and then, or like the Buu saga, the Majin Buu saga, and then I guess because of they wanted money or whatever, I'm not sure the exact motivations behind it, they decided to continue it with, of course, GT. GT didn't do too hot. Then decades later, they came out with Super. Obviously, we know how Super is right now, pretty successful if I'm not mistaken. And then they're coming out with Daima. I feel like that's different. I mean, nobody's calling Dragon Ball Z like peak #1 anime of all time. I'm sure some people are, but I think people are pretty self-aware that Dragon Ball Z is very much a hype anime. It's about the nostalgia of the characters. It's about you know, just sitting back, relaxing with a bag of popcorn, not really thinking too much about it, and just watching it purely for the fights, not even necessarily for like the story or whatever. It's definitely one of the classics, one of the big shonens of all time, one of the most influential anime of all time. So I don't think anyone's gonna argue that. Alongside anime like One Piece, even though One Piece isn't over, Naruto, which Naruto's technically done, but came out with Boruto. You can even throw in some others like Bleach in there. You know, the shonen, the big shonen anime. But I don't think anyone's calling Dragon Ball Z like the peak of anime or anything. I think in terms of popularity, certainly one of the peak as far as popularity goes. But if we're looking purely at story, I don't think anyone's saying that. Yeah, what if they open the chest and it's like a fucking used condom with a big ass 10-inch dildo inside? Like, that would ruin One Piece forever. Or what if it's like a One Piece swimsuit inside of the inside of the chest, and that's why it's called One Piece, because the entire time the treasure was a One Piece swimsuit. Like, you know, there's certain things that would just ruin the anime or ruin the series forever. See, this is why I don't bother ranking or anything. If anime good, it's good. That's what I'm saying. That's why when people ask like, oh, what's your favorite, like, top 5 favorite anime, or what's your favorite anime in general, I always say in no particular order. Because they're really, I don't have a particular order. It's Code Geass, Death Note, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and this is when my bias really comes in, which again, they're all biased at the end of the day. Babylonia, but it's gonna be Strange Fake soon in my top 5. And at some point it used to be Noragami, but since Noragami won't fucking continue, I can't put in my top 5 in good conscience. So maybe Parasite. I'll throw in Parasite, and it always changes. It's whatever I feel at a given point in time. Do you like the Dragon Scroll from Kung Fu Panda then? See, I think it's different because in Kung Fu Panda, obviously they were hyping up this Dragon Scroll to have the most insane technique ever known to mankind inside of it, or whatever. And then you open, or not even mankind, they're not even humans, but you get my point. And then they finally open the scroll, and it's just a reflection or a mirror. To me, it's different because it's within the confines of a, for the most part, a comedy movie that has elements of serious themes and lessons, but it's like an hour and 30-minute movie, right? You're not sitting there for 1,000+ episodes wondering what the One Piece is. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit different. Plus, like, it works thematically with what they were going with in Kung Fu Panda. It's a little bit different. Whereas I feel like with One Piece, like, wherever they end up, it has to deliver. At this point, after 20 whatever years, it has to deliver. I'm from Latin America. Dragon Ball was like a religion over here. Oh yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like in terms of pop culture impact in not only the otaku world, but just having a footprint in culture as a whole, I think Dragon Ball Z is certainly the biggest anime out there. I don't think, you know, some people, like, whether or not you love or hate Dragon Ball Z or have never seen it or whatever, I don't think anyone would argue, like, realistically would argue its impact outside and within the anime community. I don't think there's no shot. Because even non-anime fans, they know what Dragon Ball Z is. They know what Kamehameha is. They know what Super Saiyan is. And as I say that, I remember last year when the whole... I'm about to say some One Piece spoilers right now, but everyone has seen it at this point, I feel like. The whole Gear 5 thing happened last year. And I remember my brother was hyping it up, as he usually does with a lot of things. He was like, oh man, this is going to be the next Super Saiyan. You know, this is going to be the next big thing in anime history. And it came out, you know, Gear 5 was revealed, and it became this huge thing. But to say that it's as big as Super Saiyan, I think that's cap. Like, that's high. And again, this is coming from somebody who's never watched One Piece like that. So maybe I'm like biased, or maybe like subconsciously I'm just against it. But there's no shot that, like, if I were to grab a random person and ask them, do you know what Super Saiyan is? There's probably a 6-7 out of 10 chance, if they don't watch anime, that they've heard what Super Saiyan is. They know what Kamehameha is. If I ask after the fact to the same person, if I ask, you know what Gear 5 is? They don't know what the fuck a Gear 5 is. Let's be honest. Everybody knows what Kamehameha is. Everybody knows what Super Saiyan is. Ain't nobody know what the fuck a Gear 5 is. No offense to my One Piece fans. I'm just saying. It is what it is. Ryder says there's no ending plan. As long as it remains popular, he is going to keep... Is that really what he said? That's crazy. I wonder how long he could keep it up. I mean, clearly he's doing something right, so you can't really argue against that. It's still popular to this day. it's arguably getting more and more popular as the years go on. Like I said, in the past 4 years, I feel like there's been a huge resurgence in the One Piece community. Not really Naruto. They kind of fucked up Naruto with Boruto, but besides the point, yeah. Gear isn't as hype as Super Saiyan. Agreed. That's what I'm saying. Like I was so capped. Like I'm not arguing with the fact that Gear 5 is probably hype within the confines of the show itself, within One Piece itself, within the community itself, but it doesn't transcend the community at all. Whereas like Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, all the Dragon Ball Z stuff, you know, everybody knows what fucking those are. Non-anime fans and anime fans alike. One Piece is kind of meh right now. Again, I haven't seen it, so I can't really speak on that. I'm sure it, and this is just my theory. Again, I haven't seen it. I'm trying to be unbiased with it, but I feel like, have you ever bought something for like an insane amount of money, and you know deep down inside it wasn't worth that money, but because you spent that amount of money and invested that amount of cash onto that thing, you justify it in your head that, yeah, no, this was worth it, even though you know it wasn't worth it. To me, I feel like that's what One Piece is in a lot of ways. I feel like a lot of people invest a lot of time into watching all those episodes, which is a fuck ton of episodes. And so as a result of investing so much time into it, they justify it in their heads, the journey to get to episode 1000, episode 1100, whatever, by calling it peak. Like that essentially kind of coping. Again, I haven't seen the anime. Maybe it low-key is peak anime. Maybe it low-key is. But that's like my because every One Piece fan I've met that call it peak, they're always like, oh yeah, the first 300 episodes you're not gonna like, it's not that great, but once you get to episode 350, I don't know if that's the exact number, but I'm just exaggerating. But my point is like, it doesn't take until like season 1252 for you to get really invested. And I'm just like, why does it take so long to get that invested into this show? So I don't know, I just kind of chalk it up to like, maybe they just justify it in their heads, like, oh, I've already spent X amount of hours, X amount of days watching this show, and I'm just gonna justify it in my head like this is the peak show, like it was 100% worth the journey. I don't know. I mean, I'm no psychologist, I'm no psychiatrist, I'm certainly not a professional when it comes to One Piece story and like the fandom, but just from the outside looking in, that's what I feel like. People justify the hype and their investment into the show by saying like it's a peak show when it probably isn't, but you know, never know. Sunk cost fallacy. Yeah, pretty much. Kind of like Gacha, yeah, when you like spend hundreds of dollars on a servant, and after spending $1,000 for one copy, at the end of the Gacha rolls, you might be like, you know what? It took a lot of quartz, it took a lot of money, and a lot of whaling, and I won't be able to pay my bills tonight. But, you know, after getting the servant and seeing their ascensions, I think it was worth $1,000. We know that's cap. And, you know, I've been there, you've been there, I'm sure we've all been there at some point. We know it's cap. We know we're fucking stressed out of our minds. Like, holy shit, I just spent $1,000 on this servant only just for one copy. Fuck me, goddamn. And then we just kind of cope with it by justifying it in our heads that it was worth it, when it probably wasn't. But, you know, it's relatable. Yeah, it's 1000% relatable. Are you gonna try out the remake of One Piece? Yeah, my brother talked about that they're doing a remake. I might, depending. As long as it's not like an absurd amount of episodes. I mean, it shouldn't be, right? It shouldn't be like, there shouldn't be a lot of filler arcs. But we'll see. It's kind of crazy to me, by the way, that they're remaking One Piece when the original series is still going on. Like, what? Like, what does that even mean, bro? What does that even mean? Man, the Hakuno servant on JP's. Yeah, no, very, very good servant. Going back into Fate Grand Order for a sec. Very excited to get Hakuno. Hopefully, we get to get the female version Hakunon, because I'm planning on grailing Hakunon to 120, purely because of their relationship with the King of Heroes, Gilgamesh, and the fact that they put Gilgamesh in one of Hakuno's attack animations. So I'm just like, okay, I have to 120 you now. I have to. Tight Moon Bot, Fate still peak though. Yeah, I mean, when I say like Strange Fake is peak, I'm like, for me it's peak, right? I'm super biased when it comes to Gil, obviously. I'm super biased when it comes to Enkidu. And then looking into the anime, super biased when it comes to Hiroki Sawano, my favorite Japanese anime music composer. Super biased when it comes to him. So, of course, I'm going to say Strange Fake is peak. But in the end of the day, bro, whatever your peak is, it's probably different from my peak, you know? It's all opinionated. Like, if I were to ask you guys right now, what is your favorite Fate series? What's your favorite Fate work? I asked this earlier, and a lot of us had different answers. Somebody even said Kata no Kyokai, and Kata no Kyokai is not even a Fate series. But that's my point, though, right? Like, it's different for everybody. Some people might like Unlimited Blade Works better. Some people might like Zero better. Maybe you don't like Fate at all, and you just play the gacha game just to get your gacha itch. Just to scratch that gacha itch. Mr. MC, a secret Fate Stay Dean stan. You know, at the time it came out, honestly, Stay Night Dean was not that bad. Like, when I look at the animation, yeah, it's definitely aged horribly. But if you looked at the time period of when it came out, it really isn't that bad. And that's like the main criticism about it. Otherwise, people highly praise the music. People don't really shit on the story. At least I don't think so. Like, apparently the adaptation is like good enough. Strange Fake is pretty peak, but I'm more excited about Mihoyo 6 coming out in I don't know how many years. Mihoyo 6, holy shit. I mean, yeah. Motsukai no Yoru, I will say, probably my favorite non-Fate type moon work. I gotta think about that, because Kane no Kyukai I really like, but I think I comfortably like Witch on the Holy Night a tad bit better. Granted, very different stories, right? Played through Tsukihime, enjoyed both routes that are out right now. Still gotta wait till the Akira route to come out, but I think I enjoyed Tsukihime better as a visual novel just because it felt more interactive, since there were actually choices, actually different routes, actually bad ends, true ends, good ends, and whatnot. Whereas Witch on the Holy Night didn't really have any of that. It was just like straight up, just read. No branching routes or anything. But if I'm just looking purely at like characters and story, I think I enjoyed Witch on the Holy Night a little bit more. Again, as far as a visual novel experience goes, I think Tsukihime is better. But as far as story goes, I think I enjoyed Witch on the Holy Night's much more grounded, I would say simpler story. Whereas Tsukihime gets kind of crazy. In a good way. You know, I like crazy complex stories with lore dumps and whatnot, but, you know. Nasu confirmed that Mihoyo 6 has already been written. Did he say that as a meme, though? Because where the hell is Mihoyo 2 to 5? I thought it was just going to be a trilogy. Not like 6 of them. I thought it was just going to be 3 of them. Anyone ever seen the Fate Heaven's Feel movies? Oh, yeah, I have. I saw all of them in theaters. I saw the world premiere of Heaven's Feel 1. That's when I first met Archerblades, the homie Alex in the chat. I remember vividly, I believe you commented on a community post or on a comment. Because I posted a community post saying that I was going to watch Heaven's Feel, and then you commented on that. You were like, oh, what row are you in? I was like, oh, I'm on this row. Took a picture together, and the rest is history. Now we're homies, right? We be homies. We hung out at Anime Expo a couple times, you know, whatnot. I believe we watched Heaven's Feel 3 together as well. But yeah, Heaven's Feel 2 I also watched in theaters. Was supposed to watch the premiere of Heaven's Feel 3, but COVID happened, as you guys know. Yeah, I still remember. Yeah, second one too. The second one was during Fate Grand Order USA tour, if I'm not mistaken, Alex. Am I wrong with that? I believe it was at the same time as Fate Grand Order USA tour. either the same day or the day before or something. It's been a couple years, man. It's been a couple years. Yeah, the LA tour. Did they announce something? I was buying dinner. No, so far, right now, again, link is in the description for the, right now they're talking about, Ameku MD Doctor Detective. And they're going to be talking about Mono. And then there's going to be a music event and then Strange Fake. So we're going to get the Strange Fake news very soon. So guys, get excited because the Strange Fake, hopefully, trailer is going to come out. And you're going to watch me absolutely cream myself on stream. Absolutely. What time is the Fate section? Yeah, in about 30 minutes, probably. So just sit back and relax, Epiphany, my fellow Alice enjoyer. And, you could go to sleep. The trailer's not going anywhere. Do you think Nasu is nervous to write another Mihoyo because Aoko's OP? Because we don't see any stories about Zelrech, the other magician. That's a good point. I feel like... I don't know. I feel like with how OP Aoko is, for those of you guys who have read Witch on the Holy Night, when she first uses her magic to its fullest capabilities, she does something that apparently has huge repercussions on the future and on the entire universe. So I feel like they could write other stories about her trying to rectify her mistake and what she did at the end of the first game. Again, I don't want to spoil it for those of you guys who don't know, but she does something to reverse something else using her magic that apparently is going to have big repercussions on the entire reality, on the entire world. So they could theoretically do other stories where maybe she's more careful about her magic. Maybe she's trying to master it, trying to make sure she fully understands it. I don't know. There's certainly things that they could do. Obviously, by the time of Tsukihime and the events of Tsukihime, she's like traveling the world and whatnot for reasons that I don't think we know. So I'm sure they could dive into that. As far as Zelrech go, I feel like, yeah, I don't know why he won't just make a story solely based on him, a story like on his backstory and whatnot. I don't know. We'll see. More chances that I get a girlfriend than Yofo Table releases Mihoyo. Well, hopefully your theoretical, hypothetical girlfriend is gonna be a great woman, right? Fits your taste. Someone who's, compatible with you. Maybe you could go as far as saying maybe somebody that might look like Alice. I know you're an Alice stan like myself. Maybe you're looking for a particular type of girl. So honestly, would you rather get the Mihoyo movie or would you rather get a girl? I don't know. I guess. Why not both? Why not both? Get a girl and then watch Mihoyo with her. Maybe that's how you get a girlfriend. You ask out a girl, say, hey girl, how you doing? My name is so-and-so. You want to watch this movie with me? I've been waiting for it for a couple years, but to be honest, I've been waiting for you to come into my life longer. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, you gotta riz them, bro. You gotta riz them. Yes, and Alice would be compatible. Stoic but cute, but then she opens up. I'm taking the Mihoyo movie. Damn, bro. Savage, bro. Savage. Fair enough. Any news? Again, the news will not be dropping until they're done with, I believe they're talking about, they're still talking about MD Doctor Detective, another anime that's coming out. Then they're going to be talking about Mono. There's going to be a music event, and then they're going to be talking about Strange Fake. So within the next 30 minutes, we should be able to get into the Strange Fake stuff. So if you're able to hold out for another 30 minutes to talk about Strange Fake, to react to Strange Fake, to nut with me about Strange Fake, then we are out here. I really would like a Strange Fake collab. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. We've had so many collabs this year that honestly, to cap off the year with a Strange Fake collab would be absolute peak Fake Grand Order content. But if they want to save it for next year, I won't even be surprised. Again, the whole year has been chock full of great collab events, great collab servants, characters that we have been waiting for years now. So if they don't want to overcrowd this year with too many collabs, I would be totally understanding of that. And save Strange Fake for the next year. Fuck it. And even if they do release it soon, I'm ready. I got 900 quartz ready to go. I got 10 Usos ready to go. Whoever they want to drop, I am ready for them. Like I said in the past, every character in Strange Fake I want in my Caldia. So whoever they drop, I'm going to be rolling for. 1000%. Yeah, they could certainly save Strange Fake for when the anime airs. Just to hype it up. It would be perfect, right? What I am hoping for, actually, I'm hoping for them, for Aniplex, to give Gilgamesh and Enkidu's buffs early. Because right now, we're probably expecting their buffs to come out maybe 3 months from now, kind of like what they did a year and a half ago for JP. When they gave Gilgamesh and Enkidu their buffs a year and a half ago, it was meant to celebrate and coincide with the release of Fate Strange Fake Whispers of Dawn back in late December of 2022. But if you don't remember, they had to delay giving us Whispers of Dawn because of production issues, because they wanted to make sure it was perfect. They wanted to brush up on the animation, whatever they needed to do to make it look better, to make it a better experience. And I totally understood, but they still gave us the buffs for Gilgamesh and Enkidu, despite Strange Fake not coming out at the scheduled time. So, with that said, over in NA, theoretically, they could give us the Gilgamesh and Enkidu buffs early to coincide with the Strange Fake news that we're going to be getting tonight. That might be major copium, because they might still release Strange Fake TV series for maybe this coming December. That way it would go hand in hand with Gilgamesh and Enkidu's buffs. But honestly, give us the buffs early. Who cares? Let's get the buffs early. That's what I want. What's up, Payday? How you doing, bro? Hope you didn't get spooked by Vitra recently. I saw, you know, that's still that moment still lives rent free in my head, bro. You and me both. We're the Vitra brothers. We both got spooked by Vitra within a span of 24 hours. So I feel like we're connected in that for the rest of our lives. It is what it is. When would you expect a Strange Fake anime? I'd expect next summer, to be honest. Well, you got to think about when Whispers of Dawn was released. It was supposed to be released, like I said, in December of 2022. Then they delayed it until July of last year, July 2023. And then they announced the TV anime right after the fact. So they've had over a year to work on the TV anime. At least for like the first season, assuming it's like a multi-season thing. So I could see it coming out as early as this coming winter season. Or I guess, are we technically in the winter season now? No, we're not. We're not. We're at fall. We're at fall right now. I could see it coming out in the winter season or early next year. I hope they don't delay it for another year. Like, yeah, we're gonna show the premiere at Anime Expo 2025. I'll be like, guys, come on. It's been so long. It's been so long, man. So I would hope it's like later this year, if not early next year. Early next year at the latest. Yeah, you say winter seems too soon, but again, they announced the anime over a year ago. So they had over... Like, granted, you can make the argument, well, they announced the Mihoyo movie like 3 years ago. 4 years ago, almost. And they only released the trailer a couple months ago. That's true. But different studios, right? UFO Table takes their sweet-ass time. As we know, they take their sweet-ass time. And for good reason. They want to put out a good product out there for the fans. At least a good visual product. I know the story might be a little bit... mixed for some people on the UFO Table Fate series, but as far as visuals, nobody could complain about them. Plus, UFO Table is very busy with like Demon Slayer, of course, prioritizing that over everything else. They're going to be doing a Genshin anime at some point in the future. Will probably take 20 years to get there. So there's a lot of factors to keep in mind. I do think that at the very latest tonight we're gonna get a trailer. At the very least. As far as like a definitive date, I don't know if they're gonna do that. They're probably gonna give like a year and a season. Maybe if they decide to do it for winter season, they're gonna put winter 2024 or spring 2025 or something. Which I'm hoping is gonna be the case, because I'm pretty patient, you know. I'm down to wait for peak. But at some point or another, you know, you gotta ask yourself, like, okay, we've been waiting. It's been over a year. Can you give us something to chew on, at least something to sink our teeth into? So I'm hoping for a 2-minute-ish trailer with at least an idea of when to expect it to come out. Yeah, UFO Table do be taking their time. How many anime left till fake? Dude, they've been talking about MD Doctor Detective for what feels like 30 minutes. So I don't know, because the stream is supposed to end around 12 p.m. So theoretically they could go over 12 p.m. Right now it's 10:51 p.m. where I live, so they got about like an hour and 9 minutes before they're supposed to be winding down. So we'll see. Yeah, the Lisa live is gonna be lit nasty. Lisa being, of course, the singer of the Demon Slayer opening, the Fate Zero opening 1, as well as a handful of other notable works, I'm sure. One of the OGs, one of the greats. And yeah, gonna be lit nasty with the sauce. What? There is a Genshin anime? Yeah. They announced a year and a half maybe ago. UFO Table is making a Genshin anime. UFO Table, if you weren't aware, are the same people, the same studio that brought us Heaven's Feel, Fate Zero, Fate Unlimited Blade Works, Kata no Kyokai, Demon Slayer, of course, and so on and so forth. So, if anything, expect a really good looking anime. At the very least, a very good looking, beautiful anime. So my Genshin fans out there are going to be eating good at the year 2045 when that finally comes out. My birthday is this week. Oh, nice, bro. Happy early birthday. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming during your birthday date. So I'm just going to tell you right now, happy birthday. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you're going to be surrounded with all your friends, family, whoever you're going to be celebrating it with, and have a great time. And definitely enjoy your cake, whatever restaurant you go to, whatever food you guys cook. I don't know. Just and even if you're on a diet, bro, just, you know, let yourself go, bro. It's your birthday. Eat whatever the fuck you want. Imagine Mr. MC sung the birthday song. I have the voice of an angel, so I don't want to sing any song, just because I don't want to send you guys to heaven. Again, a voice of an angel. It will send you guys straight to heaven. Not because my voice is horrible and it will cause your ears to rupture and cause you to go into cardiac arrest and then die, but because purely my voice is so beautiful that it will send you straight to heaven. Again, that's not because my voice is horrible or anything. All I will say is happy birthday, bro. Top 5 Type Moon characters by their aura. Yeah, I've seen that word being thrown around lately. By their aura. So how do we define that? Because I know that's been a term that's been thrown around lately. I mean, I'm gonna have to throw Gil in there. Anything that Gil's a part of, whether it's a scene or a whole ass episode or a fight scene or a serious scene, he's one of those characters that when he speaks, you listen. He has that charisma. He has that riz. He has, as you say, that aura, to where when he's on the screen, when he's speaking, hell, he doesn't even have to be speaking. He could just be talking. Yeah, his presence. He demands your attention. He demands your respect. He doesn't have to say it to for you to give it to him, you know? I would say definitely Gil's up there. You know, Zashu, how you doing? Who else is a character? King Asan, I would say, has a similar aura. Very different than Gil. Like, Gil has an intimidating presence as well, but I feel like King Asan is on a slightly different level. King Asan for sure. Who else? Yeah, Morgan's a good one too. Morgan definitely demands your respect as well. But I'm trying to think of like different types of aura, because Gil has like that natural charisma where you're kind of forced to listen. King Asan has just like that unsettling presence that makes you very wary and very careful, very cautious around him. I feel like Kirei is one of those characters as well. He has that sense of mystery and that mysterious, again, I don't want to say aura, but I guess it's the best word for him, around him, that you just kind of find yourself listening to what he has to say. And a lot of that has to do with his voice actor as well. His voice actor does a very good job with Kirei and all of his other work as well. So I'd say, so Gil, King Asan, Kirei. Funny enough, King Asan and Kirei have the same voice actor, so maybe that has something to do with it. Did you like Gil's look in the special? He looks more wild than standard UFO table. I actually prefer how Gil looks in Strange Fake than he does in the UFO table works. As weird as that sounds. UFO table as a whole has definitely the better production value, better, I guess, overall visuals. But as far as like character designs, I actually prefer, at least in particular with Gil, I like how Gil looks in Strange Fake a lot more than I do in the UFO table fates and even Babylonia. Definitely a lot more than Babylonia. I like how he looks a bit more rugged. I feel like in Babylonia he has a very baby face, very soft, very I guess a youthful look to him. Whereas in Strange Fake he looks a bit more jagged, a bit more rugged, a bit more masculine, I would say. So I like the way he's portrayed in Strange Fake more. Same thing with like UFO Table. I feel like UFO Table is like an in-between of Babylonia and Strange Fake, where he still has a baby face, but a little bit more mature, but Strange Fake a lot better. For me at least. Okay, who else? You said top 5 servants by their aura. So again, Gil, King Asan, Kirei. Ooh. That's such a... It's hard to think of anyone else. I'm trying to be like... Trying to think outside the box, because I could definitely bullshit my way and say, yeah, Tiamat, you know, she has a motherly aura, but, you know, I wouldn't classify that as aura necessarily. Yeah, I don't know. How Gil looked in Heaven's Field being sliced into pieces. Great. Oh my god, I accidentally switched to Enkidu. Oh no. Enkidu, I did not mean to use you. And I'm not willing to sit here forever, so I'm just gonna withdraw. I don't care about the wasted AP. UFO Table's art style isn't elite, but animation is good. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. I think their art style is pretty faithful, I would say, to like if we're just looking at the UFO Table's fate, it's pretty faithful to Takeuchi's art. It looks like Takeuchi's art for the most part. So I think they're pretty faithful to the source material as far as visuals go. The story and everything else like that, like that's up to interpretation, and you know, that's very opinionated at that point. But the animation, no one's gonna argue about that. Could have used a command seal. I feel like with command seal, Arcuid wouldn't kill. Definitely would not kill. So I'm just gonna restart it. I don't want to sit here forever. Art style doesn't have to be faithful, in my opinion. No, I didn't say it has to be. I'm just pointing it out. I like Shaft's art style. Yeah. Shaft definitely more simplistic, and they again, that's why I like Strange Fake. I think they have their own, I guess, they add their own flavor into the characters. Again, Gil just has my favorite design by far of Gil. In terms of anime. In terms of overall, I think Wada Arco's Gilgamesh is probably my favorite Gil design. Wada Arco, Gilgamesh, particularly in like Extella, like the newer Water Arco Gil. I really like how Water Arco does Gilgamesh. Kind of adds on to what I said earlier with Gil looking rugged, looking more masculine, looking more intimidating in Strange Fate than he does in Babylonia and UFO Table's Fate. I think Water Arco perfectly captures Gil's look in Fate Extra CCC and Extella. I really like the way they make Gil look. He looks very intimidating in Extella, like the way his eyes look, the way he kind of just looks down. Love it so much. And I'd say actually Fate Samurai Remnant's artist does a good job on Gil as well. Even though Gil is like a gag character in Samurai Remnant, I like the way Gil looks there too. Yeah, it's weird, Epiphany. Like when you look at Gilgamesh in Zero versus Gilgamesh in Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel, you could tell their art style slightly shifted a little bit between Zero and the later Fate works. Some might say improved, others might not say. I would say for the most part it definitely improved, of course. But if we're looking at Gil, yeah, Gil looks, and I guess maybe it makes sense lore-wise, he looks noticeably younger in Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel. There's something about him that just looks a lot different than he did in Fate Zero. And again, it kind of makes sense lore-wise, because between Fate Zero, like timeline-wise, between Fate Zero and the main Fate routes, apparently he took the Potion of Youth to make himself younger. So technically, I guess it kind of makes sense. Water Arco style is similar to Strange Fate Gil. Yeah, I would say there's definitely similarities for sure. Do you think Gil will appear in the Fate Honkai collab? Do I think he's gonna appear in the Fate Honkai collab? I don't think so. Do I wish he will? Yeah, I wish he would. But I think with the latest teaser that they released, definitely Emiya or Archer is going to be in Honkai. It would be a miracle if anybody else is added. Again, I don't know how collabs outside of Grand Order works. I don't know if they usually release more than one character with their collab events. But with a game as big as Star Rail and a company as big as MiHoYo, and with how much Nasu likes Star Rail and how much Star Rail pays homage to Fate, I could see them adding maybe another character or two. I don't know if it will be Gilgamesh though. I think if they're gonna add more characters, if they're gonna add Emiya, who's like the main, like one of the main characters of Unlimited Blade Works, then I could see them adding maybe Rin, maybe Saber herself. I think Saber's more likely just because she's the face that runs the place. Whereas Gil, I think he's not in the priority list. For if I'm thinking realistically, he's not in the priority list of characters that they might add. Especially after Emiya. Like, okay, if they're gonna release Emiya, they got to release the other main characters. I don't think Gil, even though he's like one of the main antagonists, I don't think he would fit an Unlimited Blade Works collab. If that makes sense. Where does one find the Potion of Youth? Gil went on an entire journey. Dove deep into a lake, found like the herb of youth deep inside that lake, and yeah, that's basically what he did. I don't know exactly where on the top of my head, but yeah, obviously it's not real, but besides the point. I can see him being a boss. I wish he would be playable though. This is their first collab. Is it their first collab? I mean, I don't know. I don't play Star Rail, but like, I mean, Genshin has had multiple collabs if I'm not mistaken. So we could look at the way they handle collabs as like kind of as reference to how Star Rail might handle their collabs. Granted, I don't know if they've ever had a collab, and I don't mean to wank the Fate series. I don't think they've ever had a collab as big as a Fate collaboration. I think that's definitely MiHoYo's biggest collab to date. Correct me if I'm wrong, especially since they announced it a year before the release. Like, they're clearly hyping it up, so they know how big of a deal a Fate collab is for their series, for their game. To be fair, Emiya over Arturia over Gil when it comes to servers. Yeah, that's what I would say. I would say Emiya and Arturia are pretty interchangeable, but because it is a Unlimited Blade Works collab specifically, Emiya does take priority over Arturia. But after Emiya, it definitely has to be Arturia. I don't think Gil, you know, is a bigger priority than Arturia, the face that runs the place, the waifu of Fate, you know, the OG. Genshin only collab character was PlayStation 1, so it was scuffed. Was it Horizon Zero Dawn, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah. Their first collab, and they already announced another collab with Honkai Third Impact. Yeah, they're collabing with themselves. You know, when Fate collabs with themselves, people are like, oh, here comes Fate collaborating with another series, aka another Fate, another Type Moon work. But when Honkai collabs with another Honkai, nobody bats an eye. No, I'll stop. I mean, I'm sure some people are like, oh, this is not a real collab, but whatever. I don't really care. I like the fact that Fate is able to collab with itself, because that just shows that it's self-sustaining. I actually kind of respect it. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Gilgamesh, I didn't say Gilgamesh drank the potion of youth. Actually, after he got the herb, he decided to take a nap, because I guess he was exhausted and whatnot. And when he was asleep, a snake decided to slither on through and took his herb of youth away from him. And that was one of the turning points to Gil's life, to where he was like, you know what, some things are more beautiful when you don't have it, type thing. And that's when he became a better king and became the caster girl that we saw in Babylonia, the wise king. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, so after this concert is the Strange Fake stuff. Right now, this is the Kesoku band performances, the Bocchi the Rock music. Again, same. The lead singer is the voice actress of Arquid, so it's funny that I have Arquid performing right now in my game, while the voice actress of Arquid's performing as well on stage. Is Gilgamesh washed in 2024? What do you mean washed? An epiphany? Are you the... There's two epiphanies in chat right now? I don't know what you mean by washed. I mean, Gilgamesh is the king of heroes. He's the real king. He's the golden king. The original hero. The first hero of human history. What else monikers does he have? The strongest heroic spirit. Fight me about it. Oh, Grand Serpents, Lostbelt Kings. I don't give a fuck. Strongest heroic spirit. Fight me about it. Oh, but he's only the strongest normal servant. Ugh. Like, okay, sure. Still strongest heroic spirit. Fight me about it. But yeah. I don't know if he's washed. He's the king of heroes, bro. All jokes, yeah, but yeah, I'm watching your stream in the live stream right now. Sick nasty with the sauce. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, did you change your profile pic, Epiphany? You got that another Alice profile pic? Had to change it up. Had to change it up a little bit. King of Heroes got eaten by teenage. I mean, I'm not arguing that. He got eaten by a teenage girl. He got schooled by a high school boy with PTSD, mental issues. How else has he bit the bullet in the past? I mean, I would say his death with Arturia was like his most honorable one. So I can't really roast him on that. How else has he died? Has he died in any other? Oh, well, I guess technically he died in Babylonia, but that was another honorable death. I feel like he has a pretty decent record, all things considered. Yeah, he dies in all three Fate routes, but every other iteration of him has done pretty well for himself. Yeah, sniped by his mom, yeah. True. Fair enough. Strongest king of heroes from the past versus strongest king of heroes from the future. Who would that be? Who's the king of heroes of the future, big dog? Yeah, we want to get new... Oh, Strange Fate... Okay, wait, they're talking about it. They are talking about it. Okay. Just fuck everything else right now. More heroes than ever before. Yeah, this is Bigger than Apocrypha as far as how many servants, how many masters are involved. Definitely how many masters, because I feel like with Apocrypha, a lot of the masters were, you know, they lost their command seals really early on and they were out of the game really fast. In Strange Fake, yeah, some masters bite the bullet for sure. But for the most part, a lot of them are still pretty involved. Ooh, fuck! Yeah, Richard. Richard for New Year's. This coming New Year's. Calling it, bro. Calling it. Easy mode. Okay. 2024. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I said this earlier. November 23rd. Strange Fake TV anime. This coming Hollywood. I'm going. LA. It's like 30 minutes from where I live. Easy mode. I'm going. Easy mode. I knew it too. I was like, okay, Strange Fake takes place in California. I said this earlier. I literally called it. Strange Fake takes place in California. It just makes perfect sense for the Fate event that they're holding in Hollywood to have the Fate Strange Fake not collab, but premiere. Holy shit. I'm going. Bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm missing this. I'm not missing this. Yes, Fate Strange Fake. I'm gonna be there, guys. I don't know if anyone else is gonna be there. I'm not gonna hype it up like, you know, I'm gonna have a meetup or anything. I'm not that big enough to schedule a meetup. But if you see me, say hi. I'm probably gonna be wearing the same shit, to be honest. Yes, let's go. Let's go. This is gonna be so sick. The special ended with just a brief glimpse of his voice. Yeah, with Richard. Richard for New Year's, calling it. Oh my gosh. And I think it's a ticketed event. They said it's a ticketed event, the Fate anniversary thing, but it's apparently free. I don't know how exactly that's gonna work. I feel like the Strange Fake thing itself is probably gonna be paid to go watch. Yeah, I was there in the world premiere as well. I was in the front row seat, like the very front. I'm not talking about like second to the front or third to the front. I was dead ass in the front. I have a picture of it as well. Set to end at the end of the year. I knew it. I said this. I said at the end of this year, December, bro. I said winter season. Was I wrong? Was I wrong? No, I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. I'm never wrong when it comes to the King of Heroes. I'm always right. Yes. Yes. Here we go. Oh my God. So hype. So hype. So hype. Yeah, it's just one episode this coming November. But I assume shortly thereafter we'll get the start of the season. I would assume so. It's a TV series, so it's not just gonna be one 1 hour episode again or 40-minute episode. I think we're going in now. I like their shirts, by the way, featuring the some of the characters. Oh man, I'm so hyped. Oh. Again, they could not have delayed it any further, so it had to have come out either at the end of this year or early next year. So I guess we might still get the Gil and Enkidu buff early. Maybe at November when they do the Fate Strange Fake premiere. I think that would make the most sense. Oh my God. Yeah, the homie waiver. Yeah, Gil and Enkidu celebrating. Let's go. You love to see it, dude. I'm so fucking I'm so torqued right now, bro. Yes, I am definitely gonna stay tuned. Yes. Oh, is this a trailer? Trailer? Or is this just the original trailer that they're showing? Wait, I'm gonna put the volume down of Grand Order. Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble with the. Okay, archers are showing off the characters. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Silver Wolf. Oh, look at them. Look at them. Oh, Gil looks so good. He looks so good. His master, Teenage Shulk. Enkidu, his best friend, and then his doge, I guess. Oh, look at Gil. Look at the King of Heroes, Enkidu. Enkidu looking so good. Enkidu looks so good in Strange Fake too. Looks so good. If we're talking about character designs, Enkidu looks so good in Strange Fake. I know I talked about Gil earlier, but let's not pretend Enkidu doesn't look like a fucking snack in Strange Fake. World premiere in LA. Let's go. Let's go. It's like it was just made for me, you know what I mean? Gil's Master definitely a waifu. I mean, she's definitely underage as well, but she's a cute little girl. I wouldn't call her waifu, but she's cute. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, so they didn't give us a trailer. Yeah, so I think they're done. Yeah. Yeah, okay, they're done with the strange fake news. So that's pretty much it. They give us the date, November 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, over at Hollywood at LA. We are getting the strange fake world premiere, episode 1, and then later later this year, we'll be getting the episode, I believe, worldwide probably release. Maybe the rest of the anime as well will start in the winter season, going into the new year, which I'm so down with. For those of you guys who are unaware, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I did recently win Seki Tomokazu's autograph from Koei Tecmo from the Fates Samurai Remnant giveaway thing. I actually did not win this one. I won another one, but the guy who did win the Gil voice actor autograph, he was willing to trade with me. I asked him, and I showed him my collection, and he was like, you know what, bro? Gil's autograph would look better with your collection, and he was willing to trade it with me. So I just want to say shout out to Koei Tecmo for the giveaway. Shout out to the homie that traded with me, and honestly, shout out to you guys as well, because funny enough, even though my platform isn't that big in the grand scheme of things, because of my channel, in a lot of ways, I was able to get Fate Samurai Remnant early last year, for free. Koei Tecmo hit me up and gave me a copy of Fate Samurai Remnant for free. And a lot of the things I do, like my guild collection and whatnot, I feel like I wouldn't do if I didn't have, like, I guess, this channel and like viewers and people to interact with. I wouldn't be as deep into the Fate universe if I didn't have people online like you guys to interact with and talk about Fate with for like hours and hours on end. So in a lot of ways, this autograph that I got, you know, would not have happened without you guys in a lot of ways. So I just want to give you guys your flowers as I'm winding down the stream, because we already got the strange fake news. So I just want to say thank you to you guys for watching, for hanging out with me, whether it's only a couple of dozen of you or sometimes a couple hundred of you, a couple of thousand of you, whatever it is. I just want to say thank you guys for the opportunities you guys have given me, and I hope to see some of you guys over at LA this coming November, because I will be there for the strange fake premiere. Yeah, I'll see you there at the premiere, homie. Yeah, don't be afraid to say hi. I'm just a normal ass dude, bro. Just a normal ass dude, because I know some people are like, oh, I saw you, but I didn't say hi. I'm just like, no, say hi. It makes my day. I genuinely like meeting you guys. It's so fun, and it makes my day. Hopefully I can say what's up. Yeah, hopefully too. Again, I'm gonna be wearing the same fucking jacket. So if you see a guy with a beanie and a gold jacket, bro, like, ain't no way it's nobody else but me. I'm gonna be decked out in all my Gil shit, all my Enkidu shit. You already know. It's gonna be sick nasty with the sauce. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one. I know I said I might stay until their new the new anime reveals, but I assume they're not gonna release anything Type Moon related. So I think I'll just wind down here. And yeah, when will it air? They said the world premiere of Strange Fake will be during their live event over at Hollywood, and then at the end of this year, that's when they will release the TV series or start the TV series. I assume sometime at late November, or early December, December-ish. So we'll see. Yeah, Fate Strange Fake. It's gonna be sick nasty with the sauce. And I'll see you guys in the premiere for those of you guys who are coming. And I will be streaming Ordeal Call 3 Part 3 sometime next week when it comes out. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves. Had a good time talking with you guys. Thank you again for everything. And bye-bye. Yeet.